Well, hello. I'm Matt. Welcome to the good life. I do a little radio show from my backyard in the Hills Casino. I'm a lucky guy. In fact, I'd say luckier than most. I have lots of friends that I like to call stars. Hey, in fact, there's one now. You probably know Ryan Stiles, Drew Carey Show. Whose line is it anyway? Black Hawk Down?
I wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Matt. That wasn't me, okay? What are you doing here?
The gate was actually open. I thought I'd take a little jacuzzi-roo.
I got company coming over, okay? People that matter, okay? Get up, go.
Bubbles feel so good,
Look,
Ryan.
Matt, you know what? You gotta stop doing this, okay? I can't be coming home with the wife and kids and you're in my tub, okay? Just get out.
I'm not wearing nothing.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
Had to lighten them up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten them. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Welcome to it. The big, fragrant, and somewhat flagrant dog broadcasting on all fours at I-5 roof. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt, Magic Matt, on YouTube, on Rumble, on Twitter, formerly X, formerly Twitter, and the finest radio stations in the world. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my bottom for being there. Oh, yeah. Been about a week. That's a long time no see.
Long time.
We have a little review of Monkey Man coming up in mere minutes.
Oh.
It's that new movie that just hit yesterday. And interesting, by 2-1, Americans say movies are worse today. And I wonder why. You think the woke fandango has anything to do with it? I think it has a lot to do with it. Joe Flaherty of, his credits are listed as Happy Gilmore and Freaks and Geeks star, but that's not. I know him from SCTV. He was a brilliantly funny, odd character, and he was in a movie with John Candy called Going Berserk, which was not a great movie, but it was a movie with great funny scenes. And it's, if you like to laugh and you like John Candy, that is a great movie. Maybe you forgot about a little movie called Kung Fu You.
Yeah.
That's a scene, by the way.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that's a scene in that.
Decorum. A little more decorum.
Decorum. Joe Flaherty, dead at 82, and that's too bad, man.
Great actor.
I think a really cool dude, and one of the rare dudes in that cast of SCTV, not from Canada.
Yeah.
I think he's from Pennsylvania or something, but. Yeah, God bless him. Yeah,
he had a major role in Happy Gilmore. He was the heckler on the golf course.
Yeah.
He's like, jackass.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe.
The club went further than the ball.
Yeah.
Joe was always funny. Joe was always funny. Okay, we'll get to the Monkey Man review, and I will double down on my Trump VP choice in mere minutes. But first, Burl Bear, legendary Burl Bear.
Hi, I'm Burl Bear.
Raised on records, born to rock and roll, a Pacific Northwest radio legend, and an Edgar Award-winning author. He's not a wise man, but he's a brilliant man. We were talking about that before the show in the green room. He mentioned that I don't believe in those educated folks like doctors. Now, the what we went through for a couple of years with that flu crap, I was and I continue to be off the reservation when it comes to doctors because they walk in lockstep and it's all politics and it's a dirty, rotten shame. Not all doctors, obviously, but not all anyone. Right? I mean, I know 2 Democrats that aren't a-holes. So, and I know 1 Irishman that doesn't drink. That's not true. But where was I going with this?
No one knows.
I lost my train of thought here.
Talking about how brilliant I was.
Oh, yeah. So Burl Bear, he's a brilliant guy, but nuts as hell.
That's right.
And a commie, certainly a socialist. Because do you mind me recounting, listening to your conversation a little bit or not on the phone a second ago?
That was a good conversation.
Referring to your daughter. You were talking to some friend,
Leonard Bushell.
Okay, so somebody, and this is also an author, Leonard Bushell.
Leonard Bushell does the Real Recovery Film Festivals, etc. He's been on the show.
Okay. Yeah. And I must say that every time I hear Burl speak of his daughter is always going through some calamity. She is a professional victim. Your daughter is a professional victim. She is the poster child.
She's an amateur victim. She doesn't make enough money to be pro.
For the left, but. God, I mean, she's your daughter, and I love you, Burl, and I wish you the best. But, man, this victimhood is
She wasn't the victim in that story.
But she's always the victim, and you know it now.
Yeah.
The reason Burl Bear is here for only a short couple minutes.
Yeah, because my ride's outside.
Is it the dog? Is that your ride?
No, my ride's out front waiting.
The dog's making it clear.
Yeah, I know what I was going to say. Great radio stations throughout the country carry this show, and we appreciate it very much. Burl, I'll make this quick.
Good, okay.
Last Saturday on the show, in the green room, our guest, waiting with bated breath, a man named Joel Diamond,
I met him,
who is a massive record producer. He produced more, Andrea True. And by the way, do you need to hear any more? No. About his credits?
No, he told me.
I mean, his pedigree is, pretty huge.
He's not the other Joel Diamond who I know.
This is the Joel Diamond who is a massive success. But I'm talking to Burl now, Burl Bear, Edgar Award winner and radio legend in the Pacific Northwest, because it was my brother Mart, I believe, who narked on you, and I thank him for that.
Yeah, you should thank him. Yeah.
Because he came in and he said, Burl's out there corrupting our guests and telling our guests that, those guys in there are all right wing and they're all conservative. Okay, I guess what I'm trying to do that, Burl? Well, I guess what I'm trying to
warning him.
I guess what I'm trying to say is if we ever have a guest out there again and you do that again, I love you dearly, but I won't see you again.
Oh.
Yeah, I will not see you again.
I thought you had a better sense of humor than that.
Sense of humor?
It's not a sense of humor. You don't set up a guest with preconceived notions of where this interview may go. You don't do that. And you would have to admit that what you did was probably wrong if you really consider that you don't know this man. He's our guest. He's not connected to you in any way, shape, or form. So he should have no preconceived notions except those notions that I want him to be aware of.
Correct. Right. And, not but I heard you say we will not talk politics when he's here. You said that.
So
he said, what are these guys into politically? And I said, well, that's really a Trumper. He goes, oh, no, why are they having me?
P.S. Once again, idiot stick, I'm not a Trumper. Okay, but I love the left and their stupid slogans and their monikers.
Yeah,
that
I
you're
know,
a
I
Trumper.
know.
No, what I am is an American who loves America, who loves liberty, who loves fair, at least as close to fair as we can get.
Good.
I love prices of eggs not being $10. I loved it when the food prices wasn't 35% more than it was 3.5 friggin' years ago. I like a
Me
good
too.
government that cares for its people and not its constituents and power over everything else. And that, my friends, is the Democrats today. And it's a dirty, rotten shame.
You may be absolutely correct.
I am. Thank you. Burl Bear, you're excused. There he
Anyway,
is.
if I caused you any difficulty on the
No,
program...
you caused me no difficulty. I'm simply giving you a heads up because
Back off, bitch.
Because even though
Back up, big
because even though Burl, you are a brilliant man, you're not a wise man, and sometimes you are a 12-year-old, but that is obviously because you still support that woke leftness, not all of it, but a vast majority, and that there are so many folks that are downtrodden, and that's a crock of crap. It did happen years ago, but we're over that now. And racial inequality, bull crap. If there's any racial inequality, it's against the white man now. That's where we are in 2024. So, did I mention that you're excused? I love you, bro.
Okay, I love you too,
All
man.
right, okay, that's it.
We're close personal friends, actually.
And see,
Yeah.
he really wants to have the last word here.
You can have it.
Okay.
Headsets.
Thank you.
Take
Thank you,
your
ladies and
headsets off.
It is a
Take your
pleasure.
headsets off. See, he's nuts.
No, he wouldn't have.
No, he wouldn't have. No, he would have ripped the
That's
mic
like-
out and the headsets.
Yeah, that's like leaving the gas station with the pump still in your...
Yeah. No, attached to his head, attached to his ears.
I hate to say it, David. I've done that. I did it with a diesel tank.
All right. So, Burl, let's make sure that you live at least another week. So these aren't our parting words.
Okay.
Okay.
God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
Thank God bless.
God bless you.
God
Bye,
bless
Burl.
you big old commie. He really is.
Commie
He
bastard.
really is. You know, everyone needs it. Well, you know, I went through this sort of with Shadow Stevens. He's Shadow, and the great Shadow Stevens. I love him, talented guy. But you know, Matt, it's Shadow Stevens, and everyone needs a leg up. Well, no, you do it for yourself. You want a leg up, then you have to put the pedal to the metal. I mean, that's what I believe. And there are those that obviously, you know, are born with one leg or one limb, and those are the not atrocities but terrible things in life. And it's called life. But so many of these folks who have been born in mysteriously odd circumstances, they use that to their advantage, and they say, I'm not going to let that I'm not going to be the victim. So it's really about stop being the victim. But anyway, Burl is victim mentality 101.
That's where his daughter gets
I
it
was going
from.
to say the apple doesn't fall far.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, that's just the way it is. Okay, let's talk Monkey Man before I double down on my pick for Trump's vice president.
Can I interrupt for 1 second before we do that?
Well, is it okay?
It's regarding Monkey Man.
Okay,
I'm
you're not interrupting then.
Okay, not interrupting, but
Okay.
I'm just questioning, are you resorting to Mark's review?
Okay, stupid question right off the bat, because I thought that the two folks in this room that saw this movie,
Oh, okay.
I would get the input from both those people, but only because I use common sense.
Yeah, I guess I
Okay, so let's do that.
Ba-dum-bum.
Tattoo Dave, let's start with Mark C.G. Boyer. First of all, this movie, Monkey Man, stars, and I saw it on what is it, Red Tomatoes or whatever? Rotten Tomatoes, and it's a pretty big rating. I think 84%. So some of the critics, and I don't know what the breakdown between those in the theater and the critics are, but that's pretty good. Even if it's a cumulative 84%. But it stars that dude from Slumdog Millionaire.
Dev Patel.
Yeah, but it's also a Peel. What's his first name?
Jordan.
Yeah, it's a Jordan who does some brilliant stuff. This guy is not only really funny, but I think a great director and a great screenplay writer. So tell me about this movie.
It's a revenge movie.
All right.
So bad guys kill this kid's family and everyone in their community so they can steal the land.
All right. Okay.
And so now the son has grown up, and he is determined to go after the bad guys. And it's the story of him going through all the machinations in India and the slums to get to these highfalutin bad guys.
So he's going after him. I like a movie like that. I mean,
Chief of Police.
That's why I'm a huge Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry fan.
Yeah.
You know, it's
all about
it's-
revenge.
You know, I love that revenge stuff. I mean, if done well and not ponderous.
It is very brutal. It's seriously brutal movie.
But
And if you think of the John Wick films where the fight scenes are more of a ballet
Right.
and shot from a further back perspective so you can see all the action.
Right.
This movie is close quarters and frenetic.
Okay.
And not everyone likes that particular style.
You know, I'm not certain I do because I get confused. I think it's you don't see everything. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
It's sort of Quantum of Solace. There was a lot of that in that movie.
Right.
My least favorite James Bond movie of all time, and I am a James Bond, not one to boast, aficionado. I love James Bond movies.
Do you remember the opening of Casino Royale?
Yes, of course.
Where he's at the second person he has to kill.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, and the person who's going to die says the second one's always harder.
Right.
And Bond goes, not really. And then they flash back to the fight in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's the kind of fighting in this new movie.
Yeah, but I didn't have a problem with that because you could see everything in the bathroom, and I thought it was brilliantly shot. It was shot in black and white, which was also a brilliant thing to do.
Right, because it was a flashback.
Yeah. So overall, do you recommend this?
It was really well made, and I enjoyed it.
But do you think it's a really good movie?
I would not go see it again.
Okay. Tattoo Dave, who was sitting.
He went with Mark. I was going to ask that. They went together?
Not only that, Steve, our poker playing buddy Steve. So it was
the three of us went.
It was the Greasome threesome.
How many buckets of popcorn did Marky?
I ate.
Oh wow! So we got a deal too. Mark's a member.
He got the big
And,
bucket. Didn't he?
yeah, he's a member.
Yeah.
And so he ordered a large popcorn. I said, "I'll take a small popcorn." And the kid says,
all
"Let
you
me give
need.
you a box. You know the box that you
By,
put the candy
by,
and
the,
drinks?"
by the way, Tattoo Dave, never go for the small. It's only $1 or $2 more for the. I always go for the large.
Right, but I can't eat that much popcorn. I shouldn't be eating it.
Well,
I just want it a little bit.
yeah, but even if you have to squander the rest and throw it over the chairs and do whatever, it's worth $1 or $2
Did you eat it all,
more.
Mark?
Yeah. Anyway, they gave me he goes, "How about if I just give you this box and we'll call it a refill?" The box was bigger than the large popcorn.
Oh yeah,
It's insane.
yeah.
So I had a couple bites and gave the rest to Steve.
Okay, so Monkey Man.
Monkey Man. Okay, so as Mark said, it's a revenge movie.
Right.
I found it very well done. The close quarters fighting is there's no confusion. It's excellent, but it was very woke to me. The movie they brought wokeness into this movie.
How so?
It's Gladiator. It's Rocky. It's all these movies.
Yeah, but give me a specific
specifically.
wokeness.
He gets shot by the police into a river, rescued by a transgender monk.
Is that right?
The monk was trans. I didn't pick up on that.
Is that right,
Serious? He
Dave?
had painted nails. He explained himself to what's his name?
Patel.
What was his name in the movie? Bobby. He explains himself.
But Tattoo Dave, Mark doesn't pay attention.
Yeah, and I told Steve at the end, I go, "What?" I go, "This is just typical. A guy with a bad plan gets caught, shot by the police, then rescued by a transgender monk and the temple.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden is a super bad, you know what? And then
badass?
Badass, yeah, I don't know if I could say it. And then goes and completes his mission and does what he does. And it's entertaining. I wouldn't see it again either.
But they shoved that in there for a reason.
But they shoved, it's just, it really drove me nuts, and I can't believe Mark didn't pick up.
Of course he didn't.
I don't know, but
I didn't care.
I'm not certain if I completely hold that against Peele. I always forget his first name. What's his first?
Jordan Peele.
Yeah, Jordan Peele.
And I think it's written by Dev Patel.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, see. It's like he wants a wide audience. Now, he'll get a wide array of audience members, regardless if it's not woke, all the better. But maybe he's throwing a bone to the movie studio. It's all this DEI crap, and it's this corporate crap. So maybe he throws him that one bone. I mean, with that exception, did you find any other wokeness in Monkey Man?
No, that was
okay.
much.
So I'm with you, Dave. That it's like, why do you need to do that?
Right.
But
well, then at the end, the last fighting scene, all the members of this temple who are a cross between transgender and non, and probably, if they leave it vague.
Right, of course.
But then all of a sudden they show up in this warrior dress, this costumes, and all you see
join the fight.
They join into this fight against these ninja, and then all you see is the dresses twirling around, and it's just kind of weird. It's just kind of weird.
All right.
But you have to be careful with the woke thing in movies coming out of India because of their procreal nature. You can't show, kissing. And
but why? This is not a movie shot in India, and it's.
I think it was.
It was? Okay.
I wasn't sure, but I questioned it after.
Okay. No, but you don't know this for a fact.
I do
No,
not.
but it's like the end.
And whether Patel is Indian or not, and he is, has nothing to do with the Indian people, their practices and religion. I mean, that has nothing to do. And by the way, there are some Indian folks in my life, and I love them dearly. And for the most part, the Indian folks are brilliant, great business folks, and real smart. But once again, I'm sure there are a few idiot sticks out there as well. But
they could sell a good, Slurpee and a beef jerky. I know that is something.
All right, now that's my brother Mart. I want you to know that is your And so you're right away. You say that because they
own
have
most 7-Eleven.
white things on their heads for the no,
because they own most of the convenience stores. So they have a lot of Slurpees and beef jerky.
I thought it was the Sikhs who
no, it's the Indians, Red Dot.
Oh, it is
the Red Dot. The
okay. So see, look what's going on here.
Well, they're not the.
This is why we get thrown off platforms. I don't ask for this. We're trying to do a family show and not the Manson family.
Oh, so you could say white turban and not. It's just a description.
I did not say turban. I didn't say the word turban not once.
Turban,
not once. But you got to imagine that thing's. Wouldn't you assume it's a little stinky under there?
Well,
it's like the fine little thread on a G-string. I mean, that's got to be a little unsavory.
Oh boy!
Right?
I'll tell you, they chose some beautiful Indian women.
Oh, there are beautiful Indian women. There are beautiful women
everywhere.
But you're right about that. That gorgeous sort of cocoa or what is it? Mocha. It's sort of mocha-esque skin. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful ladies. Really? But I don't think there's a guy in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar, and we're all guys here, including Tattoo Dave, my brother Mark C.G. Boyer, who doesn't appreciate a woman. I mean, we do love. I think.
Oh, yes.
Wait, Mark just.
Wait a minute.
Mark just. My brother just pointed to Mark. He said, "I'm not really certain. Not really certain about Mark." But we, being heterosexual males, okay, I'm going to point to him on this one too, because we don't know. There is no proof.
Anyway, the wind blows.
Yeah. Wow!
He finally came out.
Hopefully
on record, my friends. So I'm talking. So mostly a double fist up for Monkey Man, right?
Yes.
So a double fisting for Monkey Man.
Whoa. Yeah, it was
right?
really well made.
Okay, very, very good. Maybe I'll see that when it comes to my smart TV. I'm not much for going to theaters these days.
Not even with Mark?
No, the only time I'll go to a theater with Mark is if it's a new James Bond movie. Then we're sort of kindred spirits, and I was going to say I'm almost as geeky as Mark, but that's
tough,
that's
man.
impossible.
That's impossible.
But that geek Bond factor. If you're a Bond aficionado, you know from where I speak. Talking to Jennifer Horn, who hosts the local radio show here in Los Angeles.
Love Jen.
Oh, she's Jennifer Horn, one of the great gals, and I have known her since she was a kid, and she's a smart gal, and she listened to her daddy, and that's what makes her a great patriot and a great American who loves liberty and freedom and the Second and First Amendment. That's Jennifer Horn. So I talked to her for the first time in several months yesterday, and I had a couple topics, and I said, Jen, and by the way, she does a great radio show, and perhaps those of you who will listen to Gorka on occasion, she's on there every Wednesday, nationwide. That's Jennifer Horn. So I asked, and this was unsolicited as to leading the witness on this. I said, so give me, and I'm not going to tell you my pick for vice president for Donald Trump, but give me your pick. And I said, when you hear mine, you may say, oh, I don't know. Before I could get another word out, she said, Tulsi Gabbard.
Yep.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Yep. I witnessed it.
Instantly. Jennifer Horn. Yeah, I'll tell you what, smart minds on the same page. We'll be this after back at Outlaw Radio.
Like the legend of the Phoenix, all ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. Love. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no ribbon. Your gift keeps on giving. What is this I'm feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm with it. We've come too far to give up who we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Outlaw Radio. The staccato hoofbeats of a golden palomino, carrying a man who fights wherever justice needs a champion. Magic Matt Allen. Somewhere out there in the sagebrush and cow pie.
Wow, so we got
the
two
buzzing
stagers for the
circle,
price of one.
and manly men start talking. Tear off a barbecue pork rib, have a drink, pick at their teeth, and top it off with a good cigar. Smoking, drinking, interrupting. Magic Matt Allen. This is Outlaw Radio.
I was waiting for another stager back to the show. I thought there'd be three.
I was gonna, but next time.
Well, yeah, good. You know, sometimes you can't get enough of Shadow Stevens.
Nah, that's why it pays to listen before I play.
Yeah. Well, did you text Shadow and say, listen, I'm going to play a bunch of your stagers all in a row today?
Yeah, he's here.
Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back, my friendlies, to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Smoking, drinking, interrupting from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar. And watched by lovely folks on YouTube, on Rumble, and Twitter, formerly X, and the greatest radio stations in America. To watch us on those platforms, you must punch in Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, exactly like that. You can't punch in Outlaw Radio, you'll find the fakers, and they really are. They're rip-off artists, because we've been outlaw. And I don't want to come off as a crybaby here, but it's the honest-to-God truth. We've been Outlaw Radio for 25 years or so.
Well, even when I joined it, I've been here for 20, a little over 20, and you had already been going for a couple years before that.
And then someone stole it, and it's like, okay, so we're going to sue everyone, and you can't do it. So, you know, the one thing that I know they can't steal is Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. So trying to make it easy to find us, even though YouTube... well, they despise us. But Rumble, they're good. They sort of like us. Someone remind me to mention my daughter, maybe next hour. I want to talk about my daughter. But before I get to that, Seth Meyers panics. Biden risks losing to Trump without a ceasefire in Gaza. I meant to put. Did I put that on there? Oh, okay. Good. I just need to check my notes here. NBC's late-night host Seth Meyers is panicking over a prospect of a Trump victory in November, saying that President Joe Biden's failure to make good on his promise of a ceasefire in Gaza is alienating Democrats in key swing states. And I'll tell you, the picture of Seth Meyers, that dude's aging. I mean, we're all aging, but, I always looked at him as the fresh-faced dude from SNL.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to be, he must be in his, is he in his 50s?
Yeah.
Yet?
I think so, 50s. Yeah.
I mean, if he's not, he should be.
Gotta be.
Yeah. So this is Seth. I always want to say Rogan, but this is Seth Meyers. Here you go.
You mean you're hopeful? You're the most powerful man in the world.
Okay, let's start it over, and here we go.
But what do you mean you're hopeful? You're the most powerful man in the world, and you're talking about it like you're the manager of the New York Mets. I mean, I hope we win a few games, but, if it keeps raining, we might not lose that many. You're the president. You can just say no more funding, no more weapons. You call for a ceasefire. That's what a majority of Americans want, including the tens of thousands of Democrats who are registered.
That's what a majority of Americans want? Is that right? Is that your own little study, your own little poll there, Sethi?
Very broad statement.
Sethi. So most Americans. See, this is the problem with, there's so many problems with the woke left, like a Seth Meyers, is they all live in their own little terrarium.
Yeah.
And they only know from their friends who all agree with them. So if all their friends at the cocktail parties in the Upper East Side of New York all agree with each other, that is the consensus in their mind. I mean, it's total jabberwocky. It's total crapola. It makes absolutely no sense. But this is the mindset of these 16-year-olds who call themselves adults, known as the woke left, like a Seth Meyers. So, yeah, the majority, I don't believe so. I think the majority of folks can see the side of Israel and the fact that Hamas has slaughtered Israelis, and this didn't have to happen. And no, I don't believe this would have happened if indeed Donald Trump were our president at the time. Go ahead.
During protest votes in key battleground states, thousands of Israelis also took to the streets this week.
Pause for a second. See, it's all about Michigan. This is all about Michigan and placating the Michiganders who happen to be on the side of Hamas. That's what this is all about. They are so afraid they'll lose Michigan. And in a few minutes, I'm going to play you a choice little interview from Kid Rock. I think it happened yesterday.
Yep.
And he is a Michigan dude, and he'll tell you about Michigan, and I hope he's correct about this, but please, more of this blabbermouth, idiot stick, woke piece of crap, Seth Meyers.
That's the Netanyahu government, and call for a ceasefire deal to free the hostages. As we've said on the show before, there must be an immediate lasting ceasefire and the safe return of all hostages.
Really,
That's
both?
the loud and clear message of these protest votes, and Biden must listen. Otherwise...
Pause. So once again, the protest votes. First of all, what do you mean? Now, if they're votes coming from the Democrats, actual and real votes, understood. They're Democrats. They have to placate their constituency, meaning Michigan and those states that, of course, are in lockstep with these folks because they need the votes. It's about power. It's no more, no less. It's about power. It's not what is best for America. Cage match with Seth Meyers. I think I could take that guy.
Yeah.
Don't you?
He's 50.
Okay, and he's a punk. He's a punk. Continue.
He's at risk of losing to someone whose presidency was a
complete disaster.
Is it me? I mean, please comment on our YouTube page. Make a comment. Is it me who is living in some sort of alternative universe while Trump was president? That someone can lay claim to Trump's presidency being a disaster? What am I missing here? And this has nothing to do with party affiliation, my friends. This comes from my gut and my heart and having a little brain matter in there,
well, how about
and eyes.
And facts, not just, it is facts.
I dig the facts, man.
As I'm working construction, we had, at that time Trump was in, we had more work than we had ever had in 30 years with his company.
Right, pretty good economy.
Gas was down, food was down.
Right, of course.
I don't know what people can bitch about.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if I can say food was down in price. It
stayed the same.
It didn't have to be down in price.
It was already good.
We are paying 30 to 35 to 40% more than we did 3.5 stinking years ago. And I know that today when Mark sent me a little text from our local supermarket, Vaughn's, and he said, "Well, your brother's wrong again." And I said, "Yeah, well, this is my brother," because I told Mark, I said, "I think my brother Mark is hallucinating." He said that he saw eggs for $1.
Lucerne cheese is what I thought.
$1.97. I said, I don't think that's true, but go check it. Since you're in the Vons, go, if you can find eggs these days for less than $2, that's a bargain. And by the way, that's a ripoff.
It's still $2.99?
But that's
$2.97.
Yeah, $2.97. So I bit the bullet, and I said, no, I don't want to do it, but yes. $2.97. It just amortize that over 12 eggs. I don't know. It's still not a bad deal if you look at that compared to
$5-6.
Well, how about T-bone steaks? If you really do the math on that. Anyway, so Mark, thank you for the dozen eggs.
But it was a Lucerne of sliced sharp cheddar. It's $1.70 something.
Well, so what?
I mixed it up with the cheese.
I'm not in the market for friggin' cheddar.
I am. We're running low.
We have Wisconsin cheddar.
We're running low.
We are running low. Yeah, we are.
Just want to let you guys know.
A little heads up for our friends, our constituency in Wisconsin. I don't think you want us here on the West Coast in Southern California to be in want of cheese.
No, man.
And don't make me sing, and don't make us buy inferior cheese from another state other than Wisconsin.
Yes, I said Lucerne. Does that bother you?
Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
That should get under your skin. That should piss you off. So you know the address. Those important people who adore Outlaw Radio, and it shows your great taste and your love of liberty and America. And I know that you will do the right thing,
Matt,
because you always do.
I will say, you broke it out the other night for Dave and I think Mark. It was the 18-year-old aged. Oh, my God.
Wisconsin,
man.
boy, do they know how to make cheese.
Wow.
Oh, my God. And their sausage is beyond compare.
Yeah.
I mean, all that stuff is great.
Everything they send us is pretty much beyond compare. We don't get anything close to that.
So Seth Meyers noted that Biden made that very promise during an appearance on Late Night in February, and that there's still no ceasefire. I brought it up on the show. Remember when he was in the ice cream store, and I mentioned this. I said, I was talking sort of off the cuff to reporters. There'll be a ceasefire by Monday. And, of course, he was talking out of his ass, and old Grandpa. And nothing wrong with Grandpas, but this guy is debilitated. His mind is screwed. Yeah. And you can be 92 or even 98 years old and still have your faculties. Well, this man, Biden, does not. At whatever age, and he's always been a nasty, bad man.
Evil.
Voters are understandably upset. Biden keeps claiming he's frustrated with Netanyahu's handling of the war, while simultaneously sending more weapons to support that war against the wishes of a majority of Americans. I just love that. Isn't that great, Seth? A majority. So you're saying the majority of Americans hate the Jews? I don't think that's true.
Nope.
I don't think that's true. I don't know one conservative, one on the right side of the aisle, that has any animosity, any animus whatsoever toward our Jewish brethren whatsoever. He's such an a-hole. But there's Biden lying at the friggin' ice cream store. And this brings up a more important point. Seth Meyers, is that the Tonight Show that he hosts? Or is
I don't even know.
So it's
late night,
but we just filled a cadre of numbskulls who have taken over late night. And the more important point is the great maven of late night television, God rest his soul, Johnny Carson. The question is, Seth, why are you talking politics on what is supposed to be an entertainment TV show? We're supposed to be lost in your show to the point where maybe we can fall asleep at some point. I bet that's easy if you're watching. I've never watched your show. I'm telling you, honest to God, I have never watched your show. But this man and his ilk are so idiotic And this brings me to a classic 60 Minutes. It's a quickie with Johnny Carson and Morley Schaefer, and Johnny hit it right on the nose. Go.
Do you get sensitive about the fact that people say, he'll never take a serious controversy? Well, I have an answer to that. I said, now, tell me the last time that Jack Benny, Red Skelton, any comedian...
Yeah, don't even pause. Stop. Another thing that, and this plagues me daily. I never thought that I'd be the old guy, and I don't feel old, but I always heard that 20 years ago from all the guys that I learned from in showbiz, that I surrounded myself with. They said the same thing. So now I'm saying the same thing, and aesthetically, there's just nothing you can do except maybe some dye, dye your hair, but it just every day it plagues me.
Yes, Mark, I dye my hair. He looked over at me. I mean, I do. Okay.
That is my kryptonite. Age. That is my kryptonite. Mark, settle down, okay? No one gives an S about you. Notice, why are you so sensitive? That's my brother Mark. So sensitive. Play it again. Start it from the beginning. It's Johnny Carson on 60 Minutes, Morley Schaefer, and man, the man was the best.
Do you get sensitive about the fact that people say, he'll never take a serious controversy? Well, I have an answer to that. I said, now, tell me the last time that Jack Benny, Red Skelton, any comedian, used his show to do serious issues. That's not what I'm there for. Can't they see that? But why do they think that just because you have a Tonight Show that you must deal in serious issues? That's a danger.
Yeah.
It's a real danger. Once you start that, you start to get that self-important feeling that what you say has great import. And strangely enough, you could use that show as a forum. You could sway people, and I don't think you should as an entertainer.
Yeah.
How
beautifully
That's
said.
just nailed it.
Good Nebraska boy. And there's a lot of goings on in Nebraska these days with the vote and the fact that, do you know, I'll explain this in a second. You probably already know that electoral college-wise, if they win a county there, and they usually do, they will split electoral votes. And it's up to the Republicans in that fine state to do the right thing and vote on this and change that. All of the electoral votes in Nebraska should go to the Republicans when, of course, they win. And, of course, we always win Nebraska. But they get one electoral. Do you know one electoral vote can swing this entire friggin' election? We'll be this after back.
Like a drunk brother with bad breath who's funny sometimes and other times you have no idea what he's talking about. Like a Facebook friend with a real bad attitude. Like that movie that you never wanted to see, but it's the only thing on. This is Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
Wow, certainly. That's the voice of Shadow Stevens. Sounded like Shadow headed out for my brother Mart.
Oh, yeah, for some reason, I've been the nicest guy to that guy. I don't know. For some reason, I bug him.
Well, you bug a lot of people.
So do you. He
what?
did help me through my bad separation with my divorce.
Shadow's a good man. He's a good man. Politically, we're not on the same page, but he's a good man with a good heart.
He is.
Yeah, God rest his soul. God bless him.
He's not dead.
He's not dead?
No.
All right. Well, that's. And by the way, what a way to make me happy. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that.
Yes, man. So am I.
It's Shadow Stevens on Hollywood Squares. I know I was going to mention a few minutes ago when we were talking about all the greats in showbiz, when Johnny Carson mentions George Burns and Red Skelton. It's like there's not a person listening or watching us on YouTube, on Rumble, on Twitter, formerly X, formerly Twitter, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. By the way, subscribe. Would it hurt you to... Would it hurt?
Ow.
Just subscribe to us.
Ow.
Stick it right up YouTube's arse, and then you don't subscribe when it comes to Rumble, but you follow us. That's the way that works. And as far as X and Twitter, I don't know. Do whatever you do. I just haven't figured that crap out yet. And whatever happened to? So that's my point. There's no one under the age of 50, 55 who even knows these names.
Yeah.
And these were the names. And this is the way life works. The older you get, those people in your life, like a George Burns and a Milton Berle and the classics who built showbiz, they're just by the wayside. Who are those? I've watched a lot of these interviews on campuses. These are college students, and they're the dumbest dumb bolts I can't believe that these folks are in a place of higher learning, and they can't answer the simplest of questions. And they certainly can't answer what is a woman. They can't answer that. Now, if push come to shove, they could answer, but they're afraid to because they don't want to be admonished by their friends. They want to fit in. Yeah. Even though, thank goodness, the guys are finally sick and tired of it, and even the young guys are starting to say, that Donald Trump's starting to make a little more sense than who makes more sense than Biden? Everyone. Yeah.
More and more high school students are fighting back against the adults that are allowing transgender.
Absolutely, I've seen the stories.
Alternate bathrooms.
Yeah, they are. But it's mainly it's a lot of the guys. And hey, you females out there, man, we support you and we love you. We love you for many different reasons. But the fact that you because of you give life. We're just donating a little hoo-how, but you. 9 months and then bada bing. I think that's an incredible thing, and of course I reserve the word amazing for that act.
Yes,
that is amazing. That's incredible.
And they want to take it away.
Oh, of course. So if you're especially if you're a feminist, wouldn't you be up in arms completely against these idiots? And we don't care about LGBTQ. Yeah, I want you to have all the rights in the world that you're supposed to be given as an American, as a patriot of the United States of America. But that's not what you want. You want more, and you're trying to turn this into a thing when it's not a thing. We just want to live and let live. My brother Mart.
I don't know if I told you, but I was doing a restaurant in Beverly Hills, and an art gallery.
Meaning construction.
We're doing the underground, and I was looking at the plans. I'm like, this restroom doesn't make any sense to me because the urinals, they're like cut half. They're half off with the dividing, and I go, what? So you look at someone, and that's what they're doing. This art gallery that we did.
But what are they? I don't understand.
So here you walk into a urinal.
Why don't we go into music? Let's do that.
There's a urinal on the opposite side of you. and you can see each other's heads as you do your business at the urinal. Swear to God.
You mean across from each other?
Straight across from each other. There's a set of 4. 1, 2, there's 2, 4, and you're right facing the other guy.
Oh, that's icky.
Yeah.
No, that's icky.
Something's wrong.
Yeah,
I have stage fright.
Even to go number 1, I always use the stall. I'm shy when it comes to. I don't want other guys to be looking at my stuff.
Nah.
I just don't want them to. Unlike the aforementioned Milton Berle, my buddy for many, many years, Mr. TV, who went out of his way to make you see it, even though I turned him down. And by the way, that's not a homosexual thing. We'll be this after back.
On the street, I was talking to a man. He said there's so much, but there's nothing, man, that I don't understand. You shouldn't worry, I said that ain't no crime. 'Cause if you get it wrong, you'll get it right next time. You need direction, yeah, you need a name. When you're standing at the crossroads of the highway with the same. After a while, you get to recognize the signs. So if you get it wrong, you get it right next time. Next time. Life is a liar, yeah, life is a cheat. It'll lead you on to pull the ground from underneath your feet. No use complaining, don't you worry, don't you whine. 'Cause if you get it wrong, you get it right next time. Next time. You gotta grow, you gotta learn by your mistakes. You gotta die a little every day just trying to stay awake. When you believe there's no mountain you can climb, and if you get it wrong, you get it right next time. Next time. Next time.
Man, get your own lives, get your own radio, get your own show.
I have not attacked you once today.
Should I save this this Perez Hilton stuff until Shadow shows up? This little piece of crap gives a bad name to gays.
Magic Matt Allen, a man with far less talent than most human beings. Magic Matt, what a boy would look like if Siegfried and Roy had a son.
In the hills of Encino, where we smoke and we drink and we interrupt and we We have the good life here when, just a few years ago, everybody was smoking, drinking, and interrupting and having a good life. Now there's only one place you can really have a good time, right here in my backyard in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar.
Hey, wait,
That's
there's
why
the
it gets
cops.
crowded in the hills of Encino.
Cops are coming in the bar.
Matt Allen, a.k.a. Magic Matt, a.k.a. MR Cigar. You might want to turn Patrick's mic up anytime there.
Bad boys.
Why would Rex not turn Patrick's mic up?
No.
Leave Rex alone. Lay off Rex.
Yeah, his mic's not on.
up where it belongs.
So try pushing the button a couple times. That's all I'm saying. Now it's working. See, I believe...
It was working before, Matt.
Hey, Marge, shut the F up. No, it wasn't working before. Why would I make a deal out of it if it
Jeff's
was
going to be here next Saturday.
Do you just do this to antagonize because you want to fight?
That's what he does.
If you want to fight, crawl up my butt and fight for air.
This is Outlaw Radio and Magic Matt Allen, a legend in his own shower.
2 tablespoons of cinnamon, 2 or 3 egg whites, a half a stick of butter, melted. Stick it all in a bowl, baby, and stir with a wooden spoon.
Doohickey, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
Hi, this is Sean Young on Outlaw Radio.
Hey, this is Shelley Berman on Outlaw Radio. Listen, come on, listen to me or listen to Matt. If you like being bored, it's great for you.
It's Robert Hayes. I'm here on Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, a.k.a. The Weasel. We are here to drink. We're here to smoke. We're here to interrupt. You may drink. You may smoke. You may interrupt. But I'm here to...
Live from the Lighten Up Lounge, this is Dom DeLuise saying, this is Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Chuck Woolery at Lighten Up Lounge on Outlaw Radio. There's lots of fun, guys. Be back, 2 and 2.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio, where we smoke, we drink, and occasionally we bother people who look old and weak.
Hi, this is Rick Dees with Magic Matt, a.k.a. Mr. Cigar, in the Lighten Up Lounge. We drink, we smoke, we...
What I was saying, by the way, if you were watching us, so maybe you saw me directing Dave. I was trying to explain at the last second there that Rick Dees at the end there says, we smoke, we drink, and then there's a little something in there, and then he says, and we interrupt. But he always cuts that part off, and I was trying to rectify that situation. So Tattoo Dave, our producer, is nodding at me at the time and then just does the same damn thing.
You know what? You stay right here. I'm going to walk away. Don't follow me.
Don't follow me. You guard.
There was no way for me
I
to
want you to guard that this is someone that we don't want leaving the castle. You guard, and then they walk. It's a Monty Python sketch. All right. But it's classic. It's classic stuff. Yeah. Welcome back, my friendlies. Welcome back, my friends, to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, formerly Twitter, or vice versa, and the finest radio stations in America.
That was sweet.
Boy, that was smooth. Yeah, that was. I'll tell you, that Tattoo Dave. He is a master. Is it still playing? Because I love that song.
You know why
No, it is not.
Oh.
You know why I think I'm so sensitive? Because I want to be a woman.
Yeah.
I want to be a woman.
Yeah, I asked my brother Mart last hour, why are you so friggin' sensitive? Why are you so sensitive?
So I want to be a woman.
Hey, Matt, you wanted to talk about your daughter.
Yeah, I do, but I think I have to get some more bourbon in me.
I think I need some.
I've only had 2 sips, by the way. I thought I'd polish off that gift from Ralph Odierna, and which, by the way, where the hell is Ralph Odierna, the man who is he's putting together 3 private cigar lounges, one in Houston, one in Miami, and one in Washington, D.C., and he was supposed to be with us today. What the hell? Where?
So he texted me. He missed his flight yesterday because I said, he said, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. My flight's been delayed. I said, I thought you were coming back yesterday.
Yeah.
He said, well, I missed my flight. I was drinking at Congressman Kendrick Meek's house until 3:30 a.m.
He is such a name dropper.
Yeah, he is.
He's such a politician dropper.
Got back to my hotel, set my alarm for 7 a.m., slept right through it.
Oh, yeah.
No flights out in the afternoon.
You think that congressman wants that to be heard? I mean, I don't know.
I don't care.
I wonder if Meeks wants to know that. Well, didn't he say? But he said drinking with, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, he said at.
And by the way,
So we'll save him.
by the way, a congressman that doesn't drink, you can't trust that person.
Right.
You simply can't trust that person.
Then I should stay out of politics?
Even if he's Irish.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh my God. An Irishman that doesn't drink? Show me one. Yeah. Show me one. So we've thrown Seth Meyers under the bus. Why? Because I think he throws himself under the bus.
Yeah.
I mean, he's such a friggin' woke idiot.
Irritating.
And Johnny Carson, God bless you. We played a little snippet of Carson and Morley Schaefer on 60 Minutes. And Carson just simply breaks it down. Good Nebraska boy breaks it down and says, why should we're an entertainment show? We shouldn't have an opinion regarding politics.
And when he says, once you start that.
Oh, yeah, man, that's how smart a guy the great Johnny Carson certainly was. And there's a guy that I always thought would be with us, but I never thought I'd live this long. So, what the hell? I mean, he'd be, 90-something? But he could still be alive. I have friends in my 90s. He could still be living. But, he smoked a lot of cigarettes. A lot of inhaling there, man. And I guess it finally caught up with him. And, boy, his last wife, though, I think living the life. I mean, wouldn't you want to be her?
Alex is doing
I
well.
want to be a woman.
All his ex-wives.
Yeah. But I mentioned Tulsi Gabbard, who I think would be the finest pick for Trump vice president. She just bought a house in, where the hell is this? So it's there's a Democrat running. So it's called Leander, which is on the outskirts of Austin.
That's where my friend Mindy lives.
Why in the hell is everyone moving to Austin? I don't understand. I've been to Austin. It is a fine city. It's a college city. I've had good times in Austin, but I don't understand. Except that it's the one hub there in Texas that is certainly on the left. But I bet if you took a poll, you'd find it maybe, 45% left. But that's big for Texas.
Yeah. Well, they have Lake Travis, and they do have a lot of attractions.
I wonder if Tulsi Gabbard, when she moved into like a $600,000 house there, and you can buy, that's a big house in Austin.
Huge for that price.
But yeah, I wonder if she thought about the ramifications. It's like Austin, known for being liberal. Tulsi Gabbard moving to Austin.
Yep, she's still one of them.
Yeah, well, that's what my best buddy in Arizona, John Albee, would say. She's still one of them. She was a Democrat but I'm not buying it. I think that Tulsi Gabbard walks the walk, talks the talk, and I think that she's one of the rare honest politicians, and I know that's a diametrically opposed statement, but I got to tell you, I think she's the pick. Now, am I saying that Trump is going to choose her? No. I really, in my gut, I think he should. I think he should for all the right reasons. But his ego may get in the way. The fact that she is the heir apparent to the presidency may get under his skin. I don't know. But I would like to talk to Trump, and Trump needs to talk to us because we are heard on, at the very least, 4 radio stations in the beautiful state of Wisconsin. And that is a pivotal state run by a real ignoramus governor. This guy is one. I hope you don't, my Wisconsin friends, I hope you don't mind me saying, your governor is a big piece of ass.
Worse than ours?
Oh, no one's worse.
All right.
I
just had to clarify.
No one is worse than Mr. Hare here in California. But this guy is, just that sniveling, weak-willed son of a bitch who has a real problem with signing anything into law that sort of keeps female and male sports separate. No, he's completely against that. Why? Because he's one of them woke friggin' idiot sticks. and I don't know if he's an idiot, but he's certainly, he is pandering to his base, as so many do. I'm not saying the Republicans don't pander, but I would not be on the right if I didn't believe it was the right thing to do for America, for us Americans.
You got to wonder, how does a guy his age doing what he's doing become...
You mean the governor of Wisconsin?
Become the woke leftist idiot that he is.
Yeah, well...
I mean, he wasn't raised that way. There's no way.
Well, yeah, there is a way. But Tattoo Dave, it's a feasible question. I wonder the same damn thing regarding my Uncle Dick in northern Nevada, in Dayton, Nevada. It's like, you're 70X years old. Couldn't you grow up enough to stop the vitriol and the hatred of Donald Trump simply because you think he's a loudmouth son of a bitch? He is.
So
he is a loud, and Uncle Dick is a big loudmouth son of a bitch.
Yeah, but I don't think Dick's in favor of guys in the women's restroom.
Well, how about this? He's not.
Right.
He's not in favor of any of this new age wokeism. He's certainly not engaged when it comes to stealing your guns. The guy has 30 guns.
Yeah. Speaking of that...
and liberty, he believes in liberty. He doesn't like folks telling him what to do, but yet he won't vote for Trump. I don't understand these people, and that's someone close to me, who I love dearly, Uncle Dick. Yeah. But it makes absolutely no effing sense.
Matt, really quickly, if I have a little time.
Every time you say quickly, we dig a hole, but go. That's my brother Mark.
I hate you guys. Anyway, so... the gun
stand
thing.
In line. Yeah.
So Edie Baskin, the famous movie star, he sent you an email about... Did you hear about this, Dave?
I don't know if I did.
Okay, the new thing they're going to try to do, doesn't matter if you've owned your weapons for 50 years,
This is
100 years,
California.
whatever. This is California. They're trying to sign a bill right now. They're going to come after you to go get a new kind of permit and safety classes.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't do it, they're going to yank your guns. And it's that close to being signed by Newsom.
Oh, of course he'll sign it.
Guess what?
Of course he'll sign it.
It ain't going to affect me.
It won't affect you, but to see me, it does, because I'm registered here with all my firearms.
Yeah, it's terrible. These people are such dumbasses, and these are folks that would love to take everything that our founding fathers put into writing, and they did the right thing. They made a majestic world where freedom reigned. And it was the Republicans that said, well, this slavery thing, this seems a little off-putting. And it was the conservatives, it was the Republican Party that Abraham Lincoln, need I remind you? Well, I get, if you are in college right now, I know I do need to remind you, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican.
Abraham who?
Yeah, and they wouldn't even say the guy with a beard or the guy with a hat. They just would have no idea who I was talking about. And I'm not even talking about the millennials anymore, because the millennials, I'm off their case.
They caught up a little bit.
Well, several years ago, a lot of the millennials are getting their act together, and they're looking at these little X's,
Gen Zs.
and Gen Zs as being dumb bolts. And you're right, millennials, you're right. So do the right thing for America. Old RFK Jr. undercut the Democrats. Little evidence of a true insurrection, he said, January 6th. Little evidence of a true insurrection. So, yeah, I think, and by the way, most of his policies, I'm not on board with, because he does believe in the confiscation of your guns. But RFK Jr., at least he has some pragmatic viewpoints, and I don't hate the guy. And he sort of tells it like it is. So when he says little evidence of a true insurrection, was it on MSN or CNN? They're starting to hate him now. I mean, they really hate him because he could upset the apple cart for Biden.
Oh, yeah.
He could really screw the pooch. And I've been going back and forth. Does he affect the Democrats or the Republicans more? I'm starting to believe he does, especially with this VP choice of his. I believe that he affects the Democrats and really screws the pooch. He's the new Ross Perot. God love you, JFK. And P.S., would I rather have JFK there would I rather have almost anyone? Well, Kamala, though, and I'll get to Kamala in a second. Oh, she's on a roll, my friend. Oh, you're going to love this. Don't go anywhere. Alex Marlow, who I know from Breitbart News, good dude, he says that Biden is trying to buy the votes of overeducated liberals with student loan forgiveness. And it's like, why is that a headline when I have been saying this for 2 years? You know, Alex, give me a little credit. You know, give a little plug to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. I mean, is it asking too much? Is it asking too much for you to follow us on Rumble?
Not.
To subscribe to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube? Is it asking? Am I asking too much?
Didn't sound like a lot.
Am I screaming or just? Am I whining? And how about that 4.8 magnitude quake, man? New York City.
Yeah. Get a rope.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, it's the Pace commercial. Yeah, the salsa commercial. 4.8. And I have always said that there are, well, obviously more than 2 places in the United States of America that will be affected in a terrible way by a massive earthquake.
Don't say it.
One is New York. One is New York. Well, California, you know, we're sort of used to it, tumbling. But we have a lot of retrofitting here, buildings that have been built, you know, like brick houses.
We've done them.
Right. But New York, not so much. That's a place, if hit with a 7, we hit with a 6.6, 6.5, that's devastating. And the other one, which you're probably going to scratch your noggin, Matt, why are you always talking about this? Well, we do emanate from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar here in the hills of the San Fernando Valley, spitting distance from Woke Hollywood. We're minutes away. We could jump on the freeway right now and be in Woke Hollywood in 17 minutes. That's how close we are.
Or with traffic, 2 hours. So anyway,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you the other place. Virginia, my beloved Virginia City, Nevada.
Oh, that would go down, huh?
Even if a 4-pointer or a 4 or 5-pointer hit VC, because that town is built on silver and gold mines.
Right. Oh, yeah.
It's catacombs for miles underneath the city. That they'll lose everything. I mean, that city, it's just gone.
'Cause you had a bad day.
That would be a bad.
That would be bad. Oh. That would hurt my feelings, I got to tell you. And, you know, Uncle Dick, though, as long as he's not up there in V.C. and down in the belly of the desert, Dayton, you know, he'd be okay. Because really nothing around him to hurt him there, you know, except maybe his 34 guns as he continues to vote Democrat may fall out of the shelves in his back room.
Well, you could have all the jackrabbits attack.
Jack Rabbit's Attack? Is that Mark C.G. Boyer?
Of course it is.
Yeah. But anyway, I got to tell you, I feel bad for those in New York who had to withstand that, because it really is, or it was, a great city. And I will go on record as saying I think the greatest city in the United States of America. And for the obvious reasons, you know why it's gone down the rat hole. My daughter had to leave there and move to Ohio. Why? Well, because of the immigration, all of these fake United States citizens who are, of course, given $2,000 each and a place to live in a posh hotel in Midtown Manhattan and taken care of. And where do you need to go? We'll fly you there. We'll drive you there. We'll fly you. Where do you need to go? But they're here illegally. But that's,
don't call them illegals.
No.
Do not do that.
So my daughter has to
undocumented.
She had to leave because of that, because she didn't feel safe anymore. And the other reason is she wants to have a child. Yeah. That's my daughter. She wants to have a child. You know, you get to that age. I mean, I don't know, not being a female or nothing.
I want to have a baby.
Of course, you know, I could identify as an Asian, sort of black female with a high stepper. With Jonah David Pumps and a Laura Ashley flower print. I could. And why would you stop me in this day of wokeness? But I'm not. I'm a male. And my daughter, a good conservative gal who is now in Ohio. And she wanted to meet, well, she met a guy.
Uh-oh.
They're engaged. And I talk to her about once a month. I'm not one of these dads and I know this works against me, and I guess I want to throw this out to you luscious folks listening and watching Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube and the greatest radio stations. I know I should talk to her more often because I know she talks to her mother who lives in Ohio every day on the phone. But isn't that a mother-daughter thing? Isn't that what they do?
It is, but it's a girl. It's like, I don't know about you, but when
I'm not a yacker on the phone.
No, but when my daughter's growing up, she was definitely a.
I don't answer the phone.
I know.
She was definitely a daddy's girl and always. But then when she hit her teen, she was more of a mommy's girl. Now she's back to dad again, and she likes to.
You're talking about your daughter?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
But if she, like I said, started out daddy's girl, couldn't get. She's always around me. Teenage years, it was mom.
Yeah,
mom, mom.
I'm not a small talker, so unless I have something to say to my daughter, then I will say. I don't call her to say, so, what you doing? I don't do that.
We don't do that either, but
I don't do that. I just don't. And yes, it is one of my fallacies. I know that I sort of feel like as though it's coming back to bite me now because I'm feeling shut out from this guy that she's quote-unquote going to marry a year from this August. Thank God it's not this August. As I told her, I said, well, at least we have some time. And she said, Dad, what do you mean by that? And then right off the bat, I'm the bad. See, for the first time in her life, I'm sort of the bad guy. And so I talked to her yesterday, and we're talking about this guy again. And I said, so have you discovered where he is politically yet? Is he right? Is he left? Is he? And she said, well, he's middle ground. I said, I don't know. I don't think anyone is really middle now.
How does that work?
So I don't know where this guy stands. I think that this has become a wedge between my daughter and I. Do I lose sleep over it? No, I don't. I love my daughter more than life itself. And as I told her as a baby, I love you a million times around the world. And I love her. I will never not love her. But I do believe that there is a wedge now because her mother is there in Ohio, and Alexandra now lives in Ohio, and this guy that she's quote-unquote going to marry is in Ohio, and there's nothing I can do about it. See, I'm not a guy who will kiss my daughter's ass to get on her good side. I will always tell her the truth. I will always love her dearly. But I will not go out of my way to get on her good side. That's not my business of being a dad. Now, moms, that's it. And by the way, I'm probably talking out of school here. Her mother has a lot of ass kissing to do, and I just wondered the guilt that she laid upon my daughter when my daughter was a little kid, 5-6 years old. Always brought her into the fracas between my ex-wife and I. We were married at the time, but it was turbulent times. There was a lot of tumult there. Yeah. I would always keep my daughter away from any of that.
That's what you do.
But don't you know females aren't like that for the most part?
No, they're not.
They love to get the kids involved, because the kids are their weapon.
But the thing is with kids, eventually they see the light.
Yes,
and she will see the light, and I'm sure she has already.
Yes. And by the way, very, very well put there, Tattoo Dave.
Yeah.
But whether she does or not, it can't be my problem, and it won't be my problem. I love her, but I'm sure she's thinking and fretting that, so a year and a half from now, so Dad, obviously he's coming to the wedding, but he doesn't know the guy. And by the way, her grandfather on her mother's side knows the dude. Her mother knows the dude. And the question in my opinion, the smart question was, so does your mother like him? She said yes. I said, oh God, I'm in trouble. Oh man, I'm in trouble.
Maybe in the next year and a half or however long she'll make a trip out here with him.
Yeah, but she hasn't gone out of her way to make this happen yet. And it's been about 4. See, and that's the other thing. You only know a guy for 6 months, and now you're talking marriage
at her age too.
It's bothersome. It really does. I
have a feeling that this guy probably wouldn't like us over here, but That's just my feeling. But she posted on Instagram a picture of
Mart,
them
he's a
together.
university student in Ohio. Ohio, though, mostly a red state, sort of purple, usually do the right thing. And when she said that he was sort of a middle ground when it came to politics, I said, you're not just saying that to placate me. She said, no. I said, Alexandra, I love you. You've always told me the truth. I will take your word for it. So perhaps I should not be questioning this.
No.
But there's a lot of buts here.
Yeah, I was proud of her. I put a like on her Instagram with her and a picture of her guy. And I'm engaged now, and I
did mention the first time I saw a picture of him. Oh, see, I dig my own grave is what I do.
was going to say, I wonder what that could be.
I did say, I said, well, doesn't he look like every lead singer from those 80s new wave bands?
He kind of does.
Right? Am I wrong about this?
He kind of does,
But I'll tell you what, I'm not being true to myself or my daughter if I'm not honest.
This is the one show that they're listening to together.
Yeah. And you know, I love my daughter so much.
He looks like he'd be singing. Her name was Rio, and she danced.
No. I don't even consider Duran Duran, even though they are in that genre. Why aren't we going to break? They are in that genre.
But they're not. They were good.
I'm thinking of the more the gay, the more gayish, sort of 80s bands like. Oh God, what is the classic?
Flock of Seagulls.
No, not even that. No, keep going. True. No, Spandau Ballet. That's when I saw him. The first notion was he the lead singer of Spandau Ballet? Oh yeah. No, I know. I'm my own. Suck. No, I'm my own worst enemy. Okay, a lot to get to. I promise you. I mean, a huge amount, including a KAMALA blast and Dwayne Johnson. I'll tell you his regrets because I've always sort of liked the dude. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, on YouTube, on X, formerly Twitter, and the finest radio stations in America.
Plantains, by any other name, are still bananas. And now there's a new game in town led by an hombre named Matt. A poker-playing, cigar-smoking, barbecue-eating talker. They call him Magic in these parts. And he's made bananas a kind of art form. The kind of talking that makes people sit up and bark at the moon.
Don't live his fate.
Ordinary just got better. Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
What a voice, that's Shadow Stevens, huh? This guy's got a hell of a voice. Hey, welcome back, my friends. Welcome back, my friendlies. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on Twitter, formerly X. No, X, formerly Twitter. And great radio stations throughout the nation. Thank you for being there. I appreciate it very much. This report, migrants along border say they want Biden to win the 2024 election. Who'd have thunk? Who would have?
Nothing surprises me at this point.
Who'd have thunk?
Well, I mean, Dave, that's not a surprise. That's like, why wouldn't they want?
They took a poll, and I don't know if they do this every day, but the migrants along the border, of course, they love Trump. I mean, what the hell? Jeez.
Well, the Latinos that I work with, they've completely they've switched over, man. They're like, no.
Yeah, it looks like our Latino brethren coming to the party, and our black brethren. The song's just annoying. Why is it still playing? Jeez.
I like it.
Excellent. Well, when you do your own show, you can play that through your entire show, Tattoo Dave.
Have you got the studio set up for us yet?
Yeah.
At your house?
Yeah. Yeah. God.
The Tattoo Dave Show.
You should have never done that.
Apparently it is. Apparently it is. Dwayne Johnson expresses regret about endorsing Biden in 2020.
What'd you call him?
Dwayne Johnson?
You can call him Johnson.
Yeah, you don't have to call him Johnson. Expresses
The Rock.
Regret about endorsing Biden in 2020. Won't endorse any candidate for 2024. The guy is a massive star, and
I would say.
Do you think he has better acting chops than, say, and no one has really proffered this query, but I will. Yeah, it just came to mind. You think he's better than like a Schwarzenegger when it comes to acting?
Yes.
No, I think they're on the same.
No,
I think they're kind of on the same.
Yeah.
I think that's my opinion,
Yeah.
Dave. I don't know.
I'm just giving mine.
Yeah.
Am I allowed?
Yes.
I'll turn my mic off.
So what? So you're saying The Rock? So you think The Rock is a better actor?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's a real. I don't know, man. I don't look at either of those guys as real actors.
Let me just tell you, 2 or 3 years ago, Dwayne Johnson was the highest paid actor.
Oh, I know.
in
Well,
Hollywood.
okay, that's cool.
That has nothing to do with his acting ability.
Right.
Hollywood star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has expressed regret about endorsing Joe Biden and Kamala dummy back in 2020, saying his decision stoked division that he doesn't want to see happen again. As a result, the Rock. I just, I shouldn't make fun of his moniker, Magic Matt.
Well.
Come on. At least his is The Rock. It's not
Pretty tough.
some gay Magic Matt. Jeez.
I heard he's headlining WWF again.
I'm so pretty. Oh, so pretty. You're like, hi, what's your name? Magic Matt. I'm The Rock. I thought it was my idea. It was a great moniker, in my younger years, starting off in radio, and it was catchy, and I'm a magician on stage, so the whole thing works. But my intention was to get rid of that and just become Matt Allen, and then but it never worked that way, and so I'm stuck with this moniker for the rest of my damn life. And if you want to Google me, you have to put in Magic Matt Allen.
And I love how some of your guests, some people will call you Magic. Hey, Magic.
Oh, yeah. And I love that. And I do love that.
I call him Eminem.
But it is sort of gay, don't you think? And when I say, By the way, when I say gay, I don't mean homosexual. I just mean, I don't, it's like back in school, if you'd use the F word. Lori Downey Jr., our former producer, she put it very, very well when she said on the island, we'd call people fags, but we didn't mean homosexuals.
Never. Yeah.
We just meant they were geeky or they did something stupid or whatever.
Yep.
It wasn't a damning thing. It wasn't this division that is caused by the left now. Well, you need to accept this. We do. I do. I accept all proclivities. Just stop shoving it down our throat. It's so ridiculous.
But The Rock, you can't really...
No, The Rock is pretty... That's manly. That's manly.
That's it.
As a result, the actor said he won't be endorsing presidential candidates in 24. In an interview with Fox News this week, Dwayne... And by the way, Dwayne is sort of a gay name.
So no wonder he went with The Rock.
No wonder he went with The Rock.
Yeah.
Dwayne the bathtub, I'm drowning? Dwayne...
Wow.
Oh, I hope this doesn't get back to him.
Oh, he's a big song guy.
I hope it does.
Yeah,
I hope
we'll get a phone call. It'll be good.
I think he could kick my ass.
Oh,
I don't think you want a cage fight with him.
Dwayne Johnson admitted he isn't happy with the current state of the U.S., though he stopped short of blaming the Biden administration. Well, then who else are you going to... Come on, Rock. The Rock. Who else are you going to blame? The endorsement that I made several years ago with Biden was one I thought was the best decision for me at the time. Yeah, politically. With your constituents in Hollywood, yes.
Yeah, kept him working.
Of course. He told Will Cain on Fox and Friends, I think I like that Will Cain dude. I like that guy. I realize now going into this election, I will not do that. My goal is to bring this country together. Really? Just one guy? So you can do that, Dwayne. By the way, he has political aspirations. Don't think he doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
This guy wants to be president.
He's well-spoken.
Yeah, no, he's and I like him. My goal is to bring the country together. He said, I'll keep my politics to myself. It's between... Good. You should have 3.5 years ago. Keep my politics. It is between me and the ballot box. Like a lot of us, they're not trusting of all politicians. I do trust the American people, and whoever they vote for, that is my president, and who I will support 100%. Johnson made it clear he isn't pleased with the direction the country is taken. Am I happy with the state of America right now? Well, that answer is no. That's The Rock speaking.
Mary just said she tagged him on X.
Oh, good. Thanks,
Mary, man, she won't.
No, she's a troublemaker. Do I believe we are going to get better? I believe in that. I'm an optimistic guy, and I believe we can get better. Well, of course, we need to get that old piece of crap out of office. Yeah. Back in 2020, Johnson hosted a campaign video with a socially distanced Biden and Harris. I remember that one, in which The Rock enthusiastically pledged his support to the Biden-Harris ticket. And that day, and all of a sudden, I'm off the Rock train at that point. It's like, oh, come on.
Careful.
My goal is to bring this country together. I'll keep my... Okay, I already said that. Am I happy? Oh, okay, so that's it. Now, let us move forward with a beautifully intelligent, wise woman named Kamala Harris, who reveals the depths of her knowledge about college basketball. She offered a history lesson just a couple days ago to explain the recent resurgence of popularity in women's college basketball. The only problem, her history is very, very wrong. In a conversation with Spectrum News, Tim Boyum Harris stridently and confidently, as she usually does when speaking. She's usually confident and strident in every stupid thing that utters out of that stupid pie hole of hers, claimed that women's basketball was gaining popularity because in the past, the women's tournament didn't have brackets. And I'll let her speak for herself. Ladies and Doberman, enjoy the always wise, super intelligent Kamala Harris.
Do you know, okay, a bit of a history lesson. Do you know that
stop.
Women...
We'll start it over. When you hear her or watch her, don't you think that she's doing a parody of herself? Because there are so many gals out there, really smart,
The new blonde chick does a great one.
There are so many out there in social media doing the greatest friggin' versions of Kamala. They're so spot on, and I love them for that. I love all of you impressionists out there. Go ahead.
Do you know, okay, a bit of a history lesson.
Oh, here we
Do
go.
you know that the women's teams were not allowed to have brackets until 2022? Think about that, and talk about progress, better late than never, but progress, and what that has done, because of course when, I had a bracket, it's not broken completely, but I won't talk about my bracket. But you know what, how we love March Madness, and even just now allowing the women to have brackets, and what that does to encourage people to talk more about the women's teams, to watch them. Now they're being covered. And this is the reality. People used to say, women's sports, who's interested? Well, if you can't see it, you won't be. But when you see it, you realize,
Kamala, not only that, the legs akimboed for the former mayor of San Francisco added.
I think it's very important, as you have heard from so many incredible leaders, for us at every moment in time, and certainly this one, to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present, and to be able to contextualize it, to understand where we exist in the history and in the moment as it relates not only to the past but the future.
Yep. Kamala Harris, the current vice president, went on to say,
Very excited about the future of Africa. I'm very excited about the impact of the future of Africa on the rest of the world, including the United States of America.
There are a number of things on the issue of the economy as a whole that we must do. And a lot of that work is the work that I'm here to do on the continent.
I mean, it is a bit.
Kamala Harris. The real history here is that the NCAA Women's College Basketball Tournament has used brackets for quite some time. What is new is the adoption of the March Madness copyright, which started last year.
Right.
As Mediaite reports, they reached out to Vice President's office for clarification and was told that Harris did, in fact, misspeak, and that she meant to say that the use of the March Madness copyright was only made available to the women's tournament last year. Of course, that's not what she said. She said brackets, not March Madness. Nonetheless, at least now we know she didn't fill out her brackets in 2021. And that is legs akimbo Harris.
Well, Matt, you know that women's basketball, they never fill us.
Nobody cares.
I'm not being an ass about it. They don't fill seats. They don't fill seats in any.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but this year they did.
So who?
The finals? I forget Ohio. I forget who it is.
So what a-hole lefty is paying for those seats to fill them to show us? To show us they can perform. And by the way, I wish them nothing but good things. I hope they can fill the seats. I love that. I'd like to be one of those seats. Right?
Well,
right?
It depends on who's sitting on
it. Am I 16? Am I 16 now? I just turned 16. And Bidenomics bus, speaking of Kamala and her buddy there, the former regime, 99 cents only stores are closing all locations. Yeah. All locations here in, now, are they throughout the nation? Because I know for a fact they're closing all the 99 cent only stores here in California. And that was, by the way, that was a real good place to go to find a can of country gravy for 99 cents.
Sure, and mustards and...
But over the last 3 years, that can of 99 cent country gravy went up to $1.40. So
at the 99 cent store.
At the 99 cent only store, and you know, they're talking about, well, it's a number of things. It was that flu. You know, I call it the flu so we're not thrown off of YouTube.
Well, it was the flu.
But, yeah, it was the flu. It was that. And, no, it's Bidenomics. It's the fact that the cost of goods are through the roof. And now, and it's been some time, several years, you can't buy something at the 99-cent only store for 99 cents.
No.
Yeah, and
I don't believe they're nationwide.
No, you want a good barometer of how much the price of your food has gone up. Go to a 99-cent store while they're open. It's up 30 to 35%. That'll tell you where we are. All right, a lot to get to. I promise you that next on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
is Outlaw Radio.
Yeah, old minimum wage, $20 now here in California. That's not nationwide, right? That's California.
California.
$20 an hour to flip a burger or two and to throw a potato in some canola oil.
Or sit at the window and take your order.
Yeah, $20 an hour. That's the problem is it's going to come back and bite you. And my God, the folks it affects are the same people that spend the money for fast food.
Right.
So those fast food workers who spend money for this is simple economics.
Yep.
Spend money for fast food are now going to have to pay more because now they're being compensated more per hour.
But they're getting less hours.
And they're getting they will because as these fast food joints become automated.
Yep, they're gonna be
and they will
zoned out.
become more and more. McDonald's has been doing it. You know, I did something that I normally don't do. By the way, before I get to that, I was under the impression that a Subway sandwich joint is not fast food, is not considered under the umbrella of fast food. And as Tattoo Dave at break was talking, he said, you know, I ordered a Jersey Mike's sub, and I added bacon, and it was another $4 for bacon. So how much did that entire sandwich cost you?
$25.
It is
for a sandwich.
My
It's
friends,
like being at Brent's Deli.
my friends watching us on YouTube, on Rumble, on Twitter, formerly X formerly Twitter, and the finest radio stations, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. You have to punch it in that way. Doesn't this burn your ass? Doesn't this drive you effing crazy? Because supposedly at Jersey Mike's, not under the umbrella, but Panera Bread, they threw a bunch of money into the coffers of the right people, and they shouldn't be considered fast food, but they are. It's just another California scam-a-lama ding-dong.
So wait a minute, they paid money to be a part of that and now have to pay their employees more money?
They were funding this entire $20 a raise bit, and now supposedly, as I understand it, Panera Bread is not under the umbrella of fast food.
No. Well, yeah, I mean, Jersey Mike's or Subway would be before Panera Bread.
But they
They're
should.
exempted any place that bakes its own bread.
Yeah, that's it. Any place that bakes its own
Subway
bread.
bakes their own bread.
And by the way, why do you think Panera put all the money into the coffers of the California government?
Well, then that explains it. Jersey Mike's and Subway both make their own bread.
Yeah. So they were not given a raise no matter what they tell you at Subway. But Mart said, well, you know, the employee there that made his sandwich seemed to be really happy. I said, yeah, because they're too stupid to even know that they're not getting a raise.
Well, I think Dave made the statement first at Jersey Mike's. Didn't he say?
He told me, he goes, dude, we just went to $20 an hour, so everything's going up.
No.
And I said to him, I go, yeah, dude, you're going to lose your job.
Dude.
That's why that was my response. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I only have a second here. I did what I never do. I used Grubhub yesterday, and because I was so damn hungry, it was like 4 p.m, so I ordered a Wendy's.
Right.
But why did I put the deal together on this? Because I found it 25% off. Only once, and so even though I'm getting lambasted and right up the old rear end, it's still 25% off. So those 2 burgers, which were 3 patties each, fries, and a chili, was still $34.
And can I tell you something?
It was still $34. You know, that used to be the cost of eating at a restaurant.
Yeah,
for 2. And you could get a prime rib 2.5, 3 years ago for $28 to $30.
Yeah.
A big ass prime rib.
Yep.
No, Matt gave me one of those triple cheeseburgers. I will say this, though.
Wendy's is good, man.
Frickin' phenomenal.
Yeah, Wendy's is. I think
Really
Wendy's is
good.
good. You know why? Because like In-N-Out Burger, of course, all over Southern California and now in Arizona and
Soon
Nevada,
to go to Seattle.
They don't freeze their beef, and there really is a difference in the flavor and the consistency and the taste. So
Where's the beef?
I give it up for Wendy's. All right, lot to get to, including Michael Rappaport ripping progressive lawmakers.
Sorry.
Yes, sorry. Says Democrats, I will not vote for Joe Biden. How about that? And a climate change hardliner, Taylor Swift, Eras Tour, her emissions are atrocious. That and Kid Rock next on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop. Skip it. I'm too hot. Hot damn. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Hot damn. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Hot damn. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. Hot damn. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sunset and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sunset and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, hey, hey,
Man, get your own lives, get your own radio, get your own show.
I have not attacked you once today.
Should I save this this Perez Hilton stuff until Shadow shows up? This little piece of crap gives a bad name to gays.
Magic Matt Allen, a man with far less talent than most human beings. Magic Matt, what a boy would look like if Siegfried and Roy had a son.
In the hills of Encino, where we smoke and we drink and we interrupt and we have the good life here. When, just a few years ago, everybody was smoking, drinking, and interrupting and having a good life. Now there's only one place you can really have a good time, right here in my backyard in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar.
Hey, wait,
That's
there's
why
a
it gets
cop.
crowded in the hills of Encino.
Cops are coming in the bar.
Matt Allen, a.k.a. Magic Matt, a.k.a. MR Cigar. You might want to turn Patrick's mic up anytime there.
Bad boys. Why would Rex not turn Patrick's mic up?
No.
I mean, leave Rex alone. Lay off Rex.
Yeah, his mic's
up where it belongs.
So try pushing the button a couple times. That's all I'm saying. Now it's working. See, I believe...
It was working before, Matt.
Hey, Marge, shut the F up. No, it wasn't working before. Why would I make a deal out of it if it
Jeff's
was
going to be here next Saturday.
Do you just do this to antagonize because you want to fight?
That's what he does.
If you want to fight, crawl up my butt and fight for air.
This is Outlaw Radio and Magic Matt Allen, a legend in his own shower.
2 tablespoons of cinnamon, 2 or 3 egg whites, a half a stick of butter, melted. Stick it all in a bowl, baby, and stir with a wooden spoon. Add 2 cups of flour, and you'll be in heaven soon. See, everybody have seen my balls. They're big and soft and brown. If you ever need a quick pick-me-up, just stick my balls in your mouth. Ooh, suck on my chocolate soft balls. Put in your mouth and suck them.
Yay! Nothing wrong with that. You're a baker. You're a chef. That's what you do.
That's right.
Beside your big furry doggo broadcasting. That sounds a little low there, Laura. What the hell happened?
Your earphones.
She was talking to an Oscar Award winner, so she was nervous. Laurie Downey Jr., winner of the great Morton Downey Jr. Welcome back to Outlaw Radio Live from the Light Up Lounge. We smoke, we drink, we interrupt from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar. The way God meant radio to be from your backyard. Yeah. My backyard with these demons of decadence, including Don Woolman, Shadow Stevens, my brother Mart, Howard Lapidus, Kip Adana, and Burl Bear.
Doohickey, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
At the Lightning Lounge. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. At the Lightning Lounge. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt. Yeah.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
All right. Well, let's see. Who haven't we pissed off today? There must be a roster. Entire page full of names. We'll get to you.
You turned into Larry Lou Jack. Page full of names.
I love Larry Lou Jack. A name that means nothing to you unless you grew up in Chicago. And even Indiana. Indiana, they'd listen to Uncle Lair on WLS.
WLS out of Chicago.
And, of course, the other station, the Voice of Labor. Yeah, they don't make them like, they don't make them like me anymore. Not one to vote. You know what that is? Wow. That's the C. That's the Cove. Yep. That's the Cove. I get it 4 times a day now. Yeah, the Cove. I really need to spit, but... Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I'll take a little swig from the old...
Bourbon. It cures what ails you.
Yeah, but, in honor of our dead country star, I love that man. I love this bar. I'll drink from the fake red Solo cup. That's because the man that supplies the red plastic cups to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, formerly Twitter, he's Mark C.G. Boyer.
Jewish.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Leave it to Billy.
Gotta find them bargains.
Jewish. That's Billy Nilly, our Marine. Now, at first blush,
Billy,
if you just tuned into this program from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar in the hills of the San Fernando Valley, spitting distance where all those miscreant a-hole lefty woke Hollywood types live, you may say to yourself, well, that was a racist thing. That was against the religion of the Jews. And I know, I know not a chance. I know not a chance.
No.
So love them all.
So what?
All the Jews?
All the Jews?
I gotta love them all. Christ says.
Yeah. Oh.
Love them.
Yeah, or leave
help
them.
'em.
Or leave them. Isn't that in the Bible? Love them or leave them.
Love 'em or leave 'em.
Yeah.
That was the
Love my
Marine Corps.
neighbor as myself.
Hey, speaking of that, I saw on Easter Sunday, I watched Last Temptation. That was Scorsese, right? That was Last Temptation of Christ.
No, that was Gibson.
No,
thought he directed
I
it.
think that was, and this is why I said that was Scorsese, right? It was the other one that was, in fact, Billy Dilly and I watched that together.
Yep.
And it was not Last Temptation, but God, the other, and I said God,
He was there.
What a bad Christian I am, man! Oh, Manischewitz.
Lord, I oppose.
And now I'm using some Yiddish.
Oh, the passion.
Yeah, well, thank you, Tattoo Dave, our producer. Passion of Christ. And I will tell you one thing. That is one brutal movie.
Never seen it, man.
I mean, and Billy had to get up early the next day, but he was up until about, as I was, but I didn't have to wake up. He was up until 4:30 in the friggin' morning. Wow. And he had to roll out, and then so we had a beautiful Easter Sunday dinner, thanks to Mark C.G. Boyer and my favorite producer today, Tattoo Dave. It was great with ham and steaks that the seasoning was off the hook. Everything. It was one of the great Easters I have ever spent with a bunch of Jews, by the way.
Yeah, it was very, very good.
It was half and half, Jewish, Christian. And me, I don't know, I'm sort of the deciding vote, being an honorary Jew.
You're half and half.
Yeah, I could go either way. Right. So, but it was the greatest food ever. And Billy and I enjoyed such a feast. And then we watched this movie directed by Mel Gibson. And I'll tell you, man, it was riveting and brutal and bloody. Right when you think they're going to stop beating the poor baby Jesus, they continued on. And that Pontius Pilate, I got to tell you about that guy. I don't need to. You probably read the Bible. But his wife, obviously, she didn't condone what was going on. But because he wanted to save, this is much like Biden and wanting Michigan. He needs Michigan to win the presidency, in his opinion. So much like Pontius not wanting this upheaval from the Jews, he had to do what he felt was the pragmatic thing, even though I think he was thrown out of the office like a few years later or stoned to death or something like that. I need to read a little more. But this Pontius, was he a nice guy? I don't think so. I think he only was doing what he felt was the right thing. He wanted to let Jesus off. He really
wanted
did.
to let him live.
He did. He wanted to let him off, but he was forced into it because he knew that he would be overridden and probably lose his life by the Jews, who were a little pissed off by the whole thing. So it was, it was the Jews who killed the most famous Jew of all time, Jesus Christ. It was, that was a holy.
Did Mel Gibson put himself in the movie?
But you know why Pontius was doing that? So. Because he wanted Nookie. He wanted to continue the Nookie stream from his wife. That's what was going on.
And she felt bad.
So I go, I don't want to cut that off. But being a Roman and all, it's like, well, you can get it from the boys too. They were doing all that.
When in Rome.
Oh, they were doing.
Kind of like the Sicilians.
Yeah, they were doing all that stuff. But, boy, I'll tell you, I was just glad. Right when I think they're not going to get to Jesus moving the rock and being resurrected, I thought that because I was looking at the time up there at my smart TV, so I thought, well, this is over. They're not even getting to that. It was like sort of a quick portion of the rock moving, then he gets up. But I wanted to see him walk through the village. And I wanted to see the onlookers' faces as this man was resurrected, but I guess Mel didn't think that was important. But I'll tell you what, he did one hell of a job showing the brutality that Jesus Christ went through. That man just sort of minding his own bit. Well, I guess he was a loudmouth. He was a bit of a loudmouth, like Donald Trump.
Troublemaker.
Yeah. A bit of a troublemaker.
Rabble-rouser.
He was a rebel-rouser.
Did Mel Gibson put himself in the movie also as an actor?
Why do you keep asking that stupid question? Speaking of stupid, well, you know what? I almost want to say formally stupid.
Hey, Matt?
Yeah.
Pilate either was executed by Caligula
Yeah.
or committed suicide.
Yeah.
Most likely he was given the choice.
Yeah, of course. You know, he's not going to take his life by his... there's no way he agrees to do that unless he's going to be killed anyway.
And Matt, the reason I asked it again is because Billy said, no, he wasn't in the movie.
He wasn't.
Okay, I thought he was.
But you keep asking a question that was answered by Billy Dilly.
I don't trust Billy.
Well, that's too bad. You know what? I trust Billy Dilly with my life.
Yeah.
I do.
And have.
And have. Oh, yeah.
True that.
Yeah, at dive bars throughout Southern California.
Biker
yes.
gangs.
Oh, yeah.
Coming soon to a
No.
theater near you.
This Marine Billy Dilly has. I probably.
Stick up for my friend.
I probably would not be standing here behind this microphone in an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar if it weren't for Billy. I would have been either killed or maimed.
Oh, at best you would have been shorter.
Michael Rappaport rips progressive lawmakers. He offered a blistering takedown of progressive lawmakers and the Democrats in a new interview. In all honesty, I have educated myself. So, well, it's about time there, Michael.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad you've educated yourself. He said, I have a ways to go. Duh.
Hello?
My political views have changed immensely, and while they're changing at a rapid pace, Rappaport said while sitting on a... who made that? Who hit the mic?
My headphones accidentally hit the
Okay,
mic.
Mart, behave.
Wow.
My political views have changed immensely, and while they're... even though if you listen to the Dennis Prager show, and I love Dennis immensely, but he's always, like, fiddling around with a microphone. You always hear that mic getting in.
Yeah, you do.
And by the
That's
way...
where I got it from.
Come on. So you're trying to be like
Yes.
him?
I like Prager a lot.
I like Prager a lot, too, but...
Go to PragerU and learn some manners.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Billy. Now I'm starting to side with Mike. I don't trust him. PragerU has made Dennis Prager incredibly rich, and I'm so glad. But it's for the right reasons.
Of course.
Yeah. It's about the education of the young folks. Why am I doing a plug for... Shut up about PragerU. He doesn't send any money to our coffers, but it is the right thing to do.
Anyway, sidetrack.
My political views have changed immensely. Well, they're still changing at a rapid pace. Rappaport said this while sitting on the shores of an Israeli beach. Well, you know, he's learning. The interview was conducted by a representative of the prominent pro-Western news aggregator Vicegrad24. I will not vote for Joe Biden, Michael Rappaport says. I do not support anybody from the squad. All right, I'm digging you, Michael. You know, there's something about him here where he was a big dumb bolt, and he's sort of admitting it. But he's coming around. I think they're totally full of S, but he says the word. I think they're dangerous. I think they're race hustlers. You're right. I think they're cons. I think inevitably they want to get themselves production deals to produce documentaries. Michael, correct. I think they're three-card money playing bull S artists. I think they totally have an agenda. He said he one time had a liberal Democrat view. He says the war in Israel has colored his views, much like folks who were on the left prior to 9/11. This happened to many prominent people.
Yeah.
And they saw what came down. They said, well, this ain't right. At this point, Michael Rappaport says, when we're doing this interview, voting for Trump is on the table. He said, people are like, what are you talking about? That's my reality. That is my reality. I will not support anybody who's anti-Israel. Oh, I was doing a Valley Girl, and that was him.
Yeah.
Rappaport also alluded to the United States' ongoing crisis at the border, where millions of illegal migrants have steamed in since President Biden took office. I'm not supporting anybody that is cool with the fact that it takes me 2.5 hours to get back into America from Toronto due to passport control, he said, noting it takes you 2 minutes to cross the border. I'm not down with that S.
Right on.
All right, Michael, you're on Team Magic Matt here on Outlaw Radio.
Sorry, but you are.
Yeah, sorry, Michael, but you're on our team, which is Team America,
right?
Which is Team doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Kid Rock says, if you don't vote for Donald Trump, you ain't from Michigan. Obviously, he's doing a play on Biden's, if you aren't voting for me, you ain't black.
Right.
So good for Kid Rock, even though he's wearing a Bud Light, not a Bud Light, but a Bud hat.
I'm starting to think there could be some payola there.
You know they must have paid him millions. And by the way, ain't that the American way?
Well, yeah, kids going, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Get that Budweiser back on the stream.
The great
Bigger fish to fry.
The great Kid Rock says, if you don't vote for Donald Trump, you ain't from Michigan. This was yesterday on the Ingram Angle. Michigan native Kid Rock declared that former President Donald Trump would win his home state, just as he had in 2016 in that election in November. What do you think is going to happen in Michigan, though? Get ready with the clip. Are you ready?
Always.
Are you ready?
Always.
Not always. That's why I'm asking, are you ready? If it were always, I wouldn't have to ask Tattoo Dave, are you ready?
Good point. Just
What do you
stop
think?
asking,
So let's see how this is a well-oiled machine for once on this show that you adore. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble.
No moss. We're not.
No.
Gonna kill.
No.
I'm ready.
He wasn't.
Why? But you know, no, because
I telling me to go.
How did I say go with the clip? Did anybody else hear that?
I didn't get the cue.
See?
I got the cue.
No,
When
you got
said
no
well-oiled
clue.
machine.
Are you back on the bourbon?
No, but I would really like some.
I think he needs some.
It would
That's
help.
the problem.
I think he does.
I'll get you some ice, Dave.
Thank you, Billy, and start those calls.
Needs a little hair of
Yeah,
the dog.
I heard that too.
What? So just follow me. When I say the word decide, then I want you to hit the
Boom.
clip, right? After I say the word decide.
Don't follow me. Just stand.
Just stand here. I want you guards to watch our prisoner. Don't let him leave. Just watch you so he won't leave the castle. I want you to protect the castle and keep this hostage from leaving.
Now walk away and they follow.
They follow him. All right. What do you think is going to? This is Kid Rock speaking. What do you think is going to happen in Michigan? By the way, did you turn down his headphones? Because I heard feedback there, Mark.
They're off. They're unplugged. And off.
God, I hate this show.
Join the club.
What do you think is going to happen? This is Kid Rock. What do you think is going to happen in Michigan, though? Host Laura Ingram asked, I mean, your home state going to wake up and decide? And then nothing. Wait, stop.
I did it.
Decide's the word of the day.
No. Did I not say,
Decide.
when I say decide, and then how many seconds were there?
A half.
One? I'm not even one.
Incorrect.
All right, I
2
need
seconds.
All right, say decide.
What?
Decide. Can we do a little rehearsal here? Decide.
You know, I guess we. No. That was Mart saying it, not me. The name of the show is not Magic Mart's Outlaw Radio.
Hey, I think John Cleese is writing this sketch.
What do you think is going to happen in Michigan, though? This is Laura Ingram asking Kid Rock. I mean, your home state going to wake up and decide?
No moss. We're not going to kill our auto
Trump's
industry
winning
with
Michigan.
EVs, and he's going to win it.
Trump's winning Michigan. I mean, the auto workers are smart enough to know that EVs mean you're getting replaced with a robot. They're smart enough to know that. Everyone has Google.com. They can search it, whatever. Like, they know that this is coming. You know, I applaud what Elon Musk is doing. I think that guy's a genius.
Yep.
But in terms of Michigan, we're going to make cars where we're going to keep the Industrial Revolution alive, and we might have to innovate and go past that.
Smart.
Where things are going now. Am I getting off base here? But I think
No, I think the people have to wake up. Yeah.
Pause for a second.
They do.
By the way, remember when Laura Ingram was really unattractive? She used to be on billboards here in L.A. when she was a local talk show host. Really and not that she's the hottest chick on the planet, but I'll tell you what, they really gussied her up to the point where
you thought about it.
Oh no, I think about it with any woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm a dog. I'm a heterosexual male. I'm always thinking poontang.
Yep.
Always. All right, continue with Laura Ingram speaking with the great man from Michigan, Kid Rock.
They do have to wake up. Michigan is full. Michigan is the melting pot of America. When people came from the South after, the Industrial Revolution, the Civil War, this, that, and the other, they stopped in Chicago, and they came to Detroit to make a living wage, this, that, and the other. They've stuck around. There's been generations there, including my family. And
it's time to save the working class. All right, but I've got to ask you about the tour now.
I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to do the opposite of Biden. I mean, if you don't vote for Donald Trump, you ain't from Michigan.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
That's good.
It's true.
That's a good one. I actually think it's going to be a significant victory for Trump in Michigan. But let's talk about the tour.
Hope so.
Because you told me about this 7 months ago. But now this is a reality this weekend. Tell me about what's happening, you and Jason Aldean and the gang.
Yeah, so we started a music festival, me and some partners, called Premier Entertainment.
All right. Okay, enough about that.
The country.
So anyway, Kid Rock on tour. I've never seen him. Anybody here see him in concert?
Yes.
You have?
Many times.
Is he good?
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's one of the best, but I've never seen him in concert. But Matt, you remember the night at the Peninsula Hotel in Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
He walks in. Maybe you weren't there. Maybe it was just me and Rex. But he walks in. There's a baby grand piano in the Peninsula.
Yeah.
He sits down behind the piano and just starts doing a little.
Oh no, he plays
everything.
Yeah, he's a talented dude.
He's
man.
like your dad. I mean, probably not as good as your dad, but he plays.
Yeah, he is totally talented.
Definitely.
Totally, Kid Rock, you're totally talented. Totally. Why is it that all college students now have adopted that Southern California Valley Girl
Going
sound?
up on every word.
Going up. Everything is up at the end of the sentence. I mean, it started here.
Why.
That was a Valley Girl thing here in Southern California. In fact, 15 minutes from where we do our thing, over there at the former shopping mall in the Valley. What was that called?
The Galleria.
The Galleria. That's where that started.
Fast
and now,
times.
any college, any place in the United States of America, but especially you'll hear this from the woke leftster females. It's always they talk like this and they talk like that. So somehow that's and they do say, well, if it's it starts in California, it'll eventually migrate. They say the same thing about New York City as well, but it migrates out, and now all of a sudden we're just dumb as mud fences. And even if you're not as dumb as a mud fence, you sound like it. And speaking of Detroit and autos and taking businesses, food out of these hardworking sons of bitches' families' mouths, climate change hardliner Taylor Swift, her Eras Tour carbon emissions nearly 9 times the average American's annual footprint. 9 times. Taylor Swift once called global warming a horrific situation. That and all the damage that's been done by my former boyfriends. They're so mean to me.
They were so mean.
They're just so mean. But it was apparently not horrific enough to stop her from flying her private jet during recent Eras Tour. A new study found that Taylor Swift's carbon emissions from private jet use during the North and South American portions of the Eras Tour amounted to 139 metric tons of carbon dioxide. That's nearly 9 times the average American's annual emissions, 16 tons. What's that song?
16 tons.
And what do you get?
Another day
Older and deeper in debt. The study from You're welcome, my friends.
No, I mean, for you, but Mark, that was ears bleeding.
I don't think it was bad.
Oh, my soul.
The study, that could be, right. I owe my soul to the government store.
Yeah.
Yes.
Store.
Study from online carbon accounting platform Greenly, which was reported by Newsweek, estimated the North American leg of Swift's tour lasting nearly a year generated 77.5 tons, almost over 113 flight hours. And where is this? Didn't she get rid of one plane?
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, she sold one of her gas-guzzling private jets for $40 million a few months ago. Of course, someone else is going to use it. And, it solves no problem. But, of course, it makes her imprint less and makes her look good.
Oh.
And, it makes her look good with the woke.
Did they really say gas guzzling in this?
Yeah. No,
okay,
no.
because it's not
I
gas.
know. I know that.
Fuel.
I know
it's
that.
jet fuel. So,
For her South American leg, she's estimated to have emitted 61.6 tons. That doesn't include the Asian and European legs. Swift sold one of her. They do say gas guzzling private jets. I know. I found that a little.
it always
odd,
bugs
too.
me, man.
Yeah.
On a job site, when people go, "You need gas in your tractor?" I said, "It's diesel."
It's diesel. Yeah. In fact, Tattoo Dave has a diesel truck.
Right.
Sitting outside. Come out.
Singer kept her larger plane. By the way, boy, can you imagine the emissions that
Dave's putting out every day?
Oh yeah, with his diesel.
Just with his truck.
Yeah, good.
And it's got a program in it. I'll smoke you.
Oh, good for you, man. Good for you. Keep up the good emissions work, my friend.
Pee me off. I'll drive up next to you and cover you in black smoke.
Taylor Swift kept her larger plane, the Dassault Falcon 900 LX, on January 30th. Wait, she kept it? Okay, I don't understand the rest of this. I'll get to a former bodyguard who says Diddy had every room taped and bugged. It's icky.
I've gone to ground. I'm watching porn in my hotel dressing gown. And now I dream of you, but I still believe there's only enough for one in a lonely hotel suite. The journey's long.
Tone and Kurt's rated number 1.
This is Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, the man who is always right.
Not the second voice there, but the first voice you heard. Greatest voiceover artist in the history of the business. The great Ernie Anderson on the Love Boat. Man, do I love that man. I had some cocktails with him. He was smoking like a chimney. He was an avid cigarette smoker at Musso and Frank's in Hollywood, Cali on Hollywood Boulevard years ago. You talk about a guy that didn't suffer the fools, man. He was the old curmudgeon with that voice on the Love Boat. That's the guy. You remember him from NBC. Just the best. God bless him. Yeah. All the good ones, man. All the good ones leaving the den. All the great lions leaving the den. Joe Flaherty leaving the den. And someone I missed last week, and it doesn't come to mind, but we lost another one. Every week. God, I'm not trying to bring you down. I'm just, sometimes the facts will bring you down. Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back, my friendlies, to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on Twitter, formerly X, on X, formerly Twitter, and the greatest radio stations in America. To that end, Chris Connolly, who runs a ton of radio stations in Wisconsin, he sent me a note. He said his cable was out. I didn't quite understand exactly what it meant, but he said, so he watched Worst to First, the Scott Shannon movie about Z100 in New York, and he said, and there you were. And that's all he said. Chris Connolly, who is a great radio programmer in Wisconsin.
Obviously he is.
And he said, and there you were. So I'm thinking, well, it wasn't, it's like he didn't say he liked me in it. So I sent him a note back, being the insecure performer that I am. I just turned into Kermit the Frog. Hey, Kermit. I sent him a note. I said, so was I any good? And then, of course, the obligation, he said, you were the best. Yeah. And I said, because I have yet to see that. I still have not seen it. Tattoo Dave, have you seen it?
No.
It's called Worst to First,
No, I haven't seen it.
It's available on YouTube now.
Oh, it is?
When I saw Matt, you were fabulous.
Was I fabulous?
You were fabulous.
Did you actually see it, Mark?
No, I videoed his presence.
So you haven't seen it either? No. But anyone No, I wouldn't.
I'm not paying $4.
No, it's free on YouTube
free now.
Oh, it's free now.
Yes.
Did you hear him?
Oh,
I'm not
yes,
paying
Mark.
$4. I'm not paying $4.
Mark, join
I just
the party.
paid $4 for bacon.
Hey, yeah, but okay, you're the big dummy for doing that.
Well, I had no. What am I going to tell him? Take it out?
No, bacon on a friggin' sub sandwich, and it's $4 extra.
Unnecessary.
I didn't know.
Especially when our lovely peeps in Wisconsin are nice enough to send us the greatest bacon of all time.
Not anymore.
And yeah, we're waiting. I know they'll come through. They always come through. Those Wisconsinites are the greatest people.
We have a couple blocks of cheese left, so just a
Oh,
little one.
Really? Really?
I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get her into high gear. My friends in Wisconsin. You have our address. Anyway, Chris Connolly, God bless you. And I sent him a note back saying, no, you're the best, because I really do. This guy is one hard-working son of a gun. I think he puts in 12, 15 hours a day.
Yeah.
Guy's a good radio man.
And he puts up with us, or he loves us.
Yeah. Former bodyguard says,
Hey, Matt.
did he? Yeah?
Mary says you were amazing on Worst to First, but he was on for about 40 seconds.
You're incorrect, because I know that I was in there for 4 or 5 times.
She is such a Negatron.
No, she is the wait, what is it? Pooh Bear.
Yeah, she's Eeyore.
She's Eeyore. It's everything is
My tail fell off again.
By the way, that's upstate Mary, who supposedly loves us, but just
she loves to dig.
She is, yeah.
She also was she was tagging the old Dwayne.
Hey, by the way, Mary, 40 seconds more than you were in a movie. yeah. Yes, Dave.
And she was tagging Dwayne Johnson and Seth. She said she saw a post from J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm still amazed all 3 of our kids chose to gestate inside me because I thought it was 50-50 they'd come to term inside one of Neil's testicles.
So that's J.K. Rowling. I love her, man. I love that broad. Former Bobby. So as more of this info comes out, it just seems that old P. Diddy is and
creepy.
It rhymes, but I was going to say the S word with a Y, right?
Yeah.
But I can't say that. But
say it without the S.
Yeah, every room. But that would still be the word.
I meant the H.
City.
Yiddy.
So P. Diddy is city, but put an H in
Oh,
there.
let's stop this.
Had every room taped and bugged. A former bodyguard says that about his mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's icky, man.
Yeah, creepy stuff.
Politicians. Yeah. Sometimes those that are enjoying a bad day, deserve it.
Right.
It sounds like this is a bad guy. Politicians, princes, preachers are implicated. His former bodyguard, Gene Deal, says the rapper had politicians, princes, and preachers in his house for certain gatherings, adding that there may be video footage of these individuals engaging in salacious or illicit activities.
Oh, wow. This is like The Island. This is like, what's his name's Island, man.
Oh, this is
like,
so effing ugly.
Yeah.
Creepy footage of Diddy with, did you see this with a very young Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did
Bieber's part of this whole damn thing.
Oh,
man.
did you see? Yeah, but he's a kid.
Yeah.
So, he would be the innocent.
Right.
A creepy video, Sean Diddy Combs saying he was going.
He's mine.
Yeah.
He's mine for now.
No, this is scary, man. Saying he was going to spend 48 hours with 15-year-old Justin Bieber, but can't disclose what they were planning to do. This video is resurfaced amid, of course, the sex trafficking investigation into P. Diddy.
I think, isn't P. Diddy's two sons already arrested?
In the clip posted online, Diddy is seen standing next to the teenage pop star who smiles awkwardly as the rapper explains what he is doing with Bieber. He's having 48 hours with Diddy. The then 40-year-old singer says he's having 48 hours with Diddy. So he's talking about Justin. Diddy goes on to say he's been given custody of Bieber for 48 hours, explaining he signed to Usher, and I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album.
Whoa.
I don't have legal guardianship of him, Diddy admits, of Bieber, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me, and we're going to go full crazy. What the?
Something's really wrong with that dude.
Bieber is seen smiling throughout the clip, looking up at Diddy and making small comments like, yeah, I'm signed with Usher, and agreeing they, with just moments before the awkward exchange, Diddy was seen presenting the teenager with a convertible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to be driving the next year, Bieber says appreciatively. Diddy then agrees that he can come down and get the car when he turns 16, and then when you're 18, you get the house, you get the mansion. And what is full crazy?
I don't know.
Wait, what is that?
I don't know, man. That's some kind of weird.
In another video, apparently taken months later, Diddy could be seen confronting the teenager because, quote, he ain't been calling me and hanging out with me the way we used to hang out. Oh. Bieber could be seen stepping back and forth and stuttering as he explained to the rapper that he was only trying to get through to him via his reps, but you never really got my number. Many online branded the videos creepy, including internet personality Luke Rakowski, who asked, where the hell are the parents here? That's a more than feasible question.
Yeah.
But a lot of these parents are creepier than.
No, they look the other way,
than
man.
Diddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
They look the other way. Yeah, Mark.
Didn't they ask the same question about
Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson?
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Yeah. The video, which is why I didn't say it, but thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
Mark Boyer strikes again.
Thanks, Mark.
The videos.
Hey, my job.
The videos of Diddy's interactions with young Bieber. And by the way, comment on our YouTube page, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. What do you think I'm being a bully to Mark? And if you do, that's fine. I like honesty, and maybe I was just then. And I
You're
will
a bully to me.
I will continue.
And me.
So our producer, Tattoo Dave, makes it about himself.
Yeah.
Wow, this is his show.
Isn't that interesting? The videos of Diddy's interactions with young Bieber resurfaced. I got a chance to. So Usher was with Howard Stern in 2016 on the radio, in which he admitted he saw very curious things taking place at Diddy's New York mansion when he was sent to live with him for a year at the age of 14.
Usher?
The superstar Usher who did the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
He said, I got a chance to see some things. I don't know if I could indulge and even understand what I was looking at, Usher said.
Wow.
Wow.
This is freaking heavy, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is so icky.
It is. P. Diddy, man.
P. Diddy. You notice how Trump is certainly distancing himself from old Didster.
And Usher. Well, no, it wasn't Usher's.
No, Usher was
a 14-year-old kid.
14-year-old kid, man.
Yeah.
But to have video footage existing out there, you know, as I've always said, a couple things. Heterosexual sex, I mean, for me, just plain old, I don't know, what is plain old?
Missionary.
Okay, I'm saying just all the fun stuff that a man and a woman can do together.
Yeah.
You know, I love all that stuff.
Oh, boy.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I do too.
Pretty much. But I'm not into dog collars or any of that. So that's what
or
I'm
dogs. Yeah.
No, I love dogs. But not in the bedroom with us.
No.
Because I'm afraid they'll tell their dog friends, you know, what we're up to.
And then you got a whole debacle.
No, nobody needs that. No. You need a bunch of canines talking to the press? No, you don't. The answer is absolutely not. But what is wrong with just having? And by the way, no, I'm not throwing you homosexuals or lesbians under the bus whatsoever. Do whatever makes you happy in the privacy of your own home, and stop throwing this in our faces. And by the way, your basic homosexual, they're not throwing it in our face.
No.
They're fine. They're pissed off at this whole LGBTQ EIO crap.
And when you tape,
they're tired of it.
When you videotape something, you're setting yourself up.
Oh my
down
God!
The road
Why
for
do you need? And that's
disaster.
But it's more of what I'm saying. Why do you need to video? I don't have a videotape of any.
I do.
Okay, well, you're one of those sick bastards.
No, I'm not. That's just a regular. It was a relationship. She agreed. I agree. We did it. Now,
so what's the point? You both watch it together?
Yeah, and
he watches it when she's not
well,
there.
I do that too.
Oh,
but
okay.
But I told my son if anything ever happens to me,
you know what?
just burn the tape.
That's my brother, Mart Diddy.
Oh no,
Diddy.
Never young kids.
That's
never
Mart
sex
Diddy.
trafficking. None of that stuff. It was all legal, above board stuff.
But it's still. I mean, why do you need to videotape yourself?
I don't know. I'm not the only one.
By the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but Tattoo Dave, our producer, has been very quiet about this. Oh yeah.
He's got pictures and video. I'll guarantee he's got pictures and video.
Let me tell you why. Because he has. I know this. I know that Tattoo Dave has larceny in his blood. I know. I'd be a fool if I wasn't aware of that. I know he does. Anyway, no, I don't. By the way, you lovely ladies. For you lovely ladies who have been in my life throughout many, many years, I don't have any video of any of you. Because
well, I didn't do creepy, hidden camera stuff. I did it with their permission.
I don't care. I don't have it with permission, without. That's just not my thing. And by the way, if it's your thing, whatever. You know, have a happy day.
Have a bad day.
Angelina Jolie claims Brad Pitt abused her before the 2016 plane incident. Okay, I don't know. I don't. Why didn't you say something? I don't know. If he really did, you should have done something. But it obviously didn't mar her beautiful appearance, because Angelina Jolie is one of the most gorgeous, sexy women on the planet.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to believe anymore.
But she did wear a vial of blood around her neck for him.
I do believe Charlemagne the God is slamming DEI as mostly garbage. Here's another guy, not unlike Michael Rappaport, sort of
coming around,
getting it, but still hates Trump. right?
Yeah.
But unlike Michael is not a Trump hater anymore. But Charlemagne the God slamming DEI step in the right direction, because when he says it's mostly garbage and corporate PR, you're spot on, my friend. Spot on. They're not doing it because they think it's the right thing to do. These large corporations are being sucked into this vortex because they want to stay alive and they want to stay in lockstep with mainstream. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Now we return to Outlaw Radio's Demons of Decadence.
Thank you for loving this bar, this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar.
We got winners.
Smoking, drinking, interrupting.
We got losers.
I appreciate you spending some time with us every week. I do, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for watching us on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, formerly Twitter, and the greatest radio stations in the nation. Thanks to people like Chris Connolly in Wisconsin, man, for keeping the dream alive and loving liberty and loving America as we do on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. You have to punch it in that way if you want to see us, and why would you? You know, I know. Charlemagne the God slams DEI as mostly garbage and corporate PR. The Breakfast Club. This guy has really garnered some speed and some...
A lot.
Man, they love this guy.
Yeah.
I've never really watched him.
I haven't either.
He's devoted an extended segment on Comedy Central's The Daily Show to bashing DEI. Man, nicely done, man, because this DEI... I think it's going to be a thing of the past within a year.
I hope so.
I hope so as well. Yeah. It's such crap. He calls it mostly garbage and corporate PR. While he supports the individual components of DEI, diversity, equity, or thinly veiled communism and inclusion. But this whole inclusion, it's not about inclusion.
No.
You know, we're talking about half of a percentage of folks in America who are the squeaky wheel getting all the attention. And it's like, we don't hate you. Just do what you have to do. We don't care. Yeah. But they care that we care. They have to be included. We have to accept them. No, we don't. But we're not against you. Just do your thing. Right. Leave us out of it, you stupid friggin' mental patients. They're mental patients.
We don't need to know. It's just simple as
Oh,
that.
my God. They're mental patients. Charlemagne the God says its implementation has been corrupted by corporations eager to cover their ass. Yes. In case of discrimination lawsuits. Yes. That's what this is. It's not about doing the right thing. And I've always felt do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, but not these corporations, man. They are covering their ass.
Yes.
I gotta tell you, Charlemagne, the God, THA.
I hate that.
You're spot on, bud. DEI is kind of like the Black Little Mermaid. Just because racists hate it doesn't mean it's good. Smart.
That's smart.
Smart.
Yep.
And by the way, I don't believe you have to be a racist to dislike the notion of a black Little Mermaid. If the Little Mermaid was black to begin with,
right.
What's the problem?
That's not how it was written.
But it's all about this inclusion garbage.
Yeah.
You know, and by the way, I don't care one way or the other. Make a black. I didn't watch the white version. I don't care.
I did with my daughter, but you know what?
I just don't care.
Maybe the white version was a better actress in the animated.
Maybe the black version was a bit. Isn't this animated?
Yeah, I was going to say.
What the hell are you talking
That's
about?
That's what I'm talking
about. I'm not certain my brother is aware that this is a cartoon.
Oh, no. I thought they were real actresses. Well, they're voice.
And you know I'm right because every one of you who has sat through one of these diversity training sessions and thought this is some bull S, and he says the word, during the segment, Charlemagne the God ran multiple clips of conservative pundits slamming DEI. Honestly, I'm not surprised these programs didn't work, and here's why. It's just corporate PR. They want good vibes. They want to cover their ass. He said, adding, it's the I have a black friend of the legal system. 100% spot on. Who knew this Charlemagne the THA God was so intelligent? You're right, my friend. Charlemagne the God has used his radio show, The Breakfast Club, to repeatedly bash President Joe Biden, calling him an SE, which is SH, the crap word, elected official, and saying he has no plans to support his re-election bid. He also feels, he said he feels championing Vice President Kamala Harris in 2020 has backfired on him with his listeners. Who knew she was so stupid?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We knew
I mean, Charlemagne the God, how were you to know? Right?
None of us really knew.
How were you to know?
We knew she was kind of whoring around.
She's a big old whore.
Yeah.
Nailing the mayor of San Francisco. Of course she's a big old political whore. She's a whore politically and a whore. At the same time, he's smeared supporters of former President Donald Trump as racist, claiming they want white supremacy to reign supreme. Are those two thoughts tethered? I don't get it. Charlemagne the God or someone close to him, get this message to him. You're wrong about Trump. Is he a big loudmouth? Yes, but he's not a racist. The guy ain't a racist.
No.
I mean, and it's not even about, prove it to me. He's not a racist. I know this guy. I've met him a few times. Doesn't make me all-knowing about Donald effing Trump. But the man loves America, and he loves Americans. He didn't have to do this. He didn't have to throw his hat in the ring again.
Not for the money, because he didn't
My
take the
God,
money.
it's not about the money. It's because he cares about Americans. Anyway, Charlemagne the God... You are the God, sort of, now. At least you're thinking straight, man. I appreciate it. Didn't get a chance to get to this detransitioner crashing Disney shareholder meeting. Blames company for her body being irreversibly damaged. I'll get to it next show. But this is heavy-duty stuff, man. And Disney going down. Thanks to Tattoo Dave.
Thank you.
Our producer at large, my brother Mark. Mark C.G. Boyer. Our Marine, who is outside busily barbecuing.
And James Kotek was playing.
Jesus. He almost got through his show not doing something stupid, my brother Mark. But he had to he had to interrupt me, didn't he?
Go.
Had to.
I quit again.
And Billy Dilly, our Marine out there, thank you, my friend. Thank you for serving our country. And I know a lot of people who aren't into it will say, I'm so tired of saying thank you and hearing people say thank you for serving. I mean it from my heart. Thank you. And our friends in Wisconsin, thank you. And please allow the rest of the people in Wisconsin to do the right thing. I'm Magic Matt. Remember, bumblebees can't fly.